This is the Countdown to Kickoff, powered by Appalachian Electric Cooperative on the Eagles Sports Network. Over the next half hour, we've got you locked with a scouting report on today's opposition, a live forecast for today's weather, and a conversation with head coach Mike Clowney.
Evans takes it the distance. Touchdown, Carson-Newman.
Today's show is brought to you by Appalachian Electric Cooperative, Domino's, by ShopCNEagles.com, The Eagle Club, the Bible Insurance Agency, by Pepsi, First Bank, by Magaha Electric, Inner Digital, by Food City, Trilite, and by Lisa's Country Kitchen. Now, here's the voice of the Eagles, Adam Cavalier.
Greetings, salutations, and good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. We welcome you high atop Carl Smith Jr. Stadium, where the Eagles are set to take on the University of Virginia's College at Wise and the Highland Cavaliers. Carson-Newman trying to do something that it hasn't done since 2017, and that is collect a winning season on the road. Eagles haven't tallied a winning road record since Mike Turner's first year as head coach of the program. There's been some 500 years mixed in there, but not since that 2017 season has Carson-Newman had a winning road record. Eagles trying to win 3 straight away from Burke Tar Stadium for the first time since 2019. Standing in their way, a UVA Wise team that is still trying to find its way. Cavs are 2-7 and 1-6 in league play. They snapped a 5-game losing streak 2 weeks ago here at this facility with a 34-23 win over Erskine. But last week, Mars Hill scored the first 35 points against them over at Mears Stadium in a 49-24 romp for the Mountain Lions. But UVA Wise has a quick tempo offense, an effective short passing game, and the Cavs have run the ball better this season than they ever have since moving to Division II a decade ago. So there are some components that Carson-Newman will have to be mindful of and watch out for, while the Eagles try to build on the success they had from a resounding 37-7 win over Emory and Henry on homecoming last weekend. Still to come on the AEC Countdown to Kickoff, we will hear from Tyler Curtis and Major Williams with our scouting reports. Eagle fans, AEC is your Touchstone Energy Cooperative. Service you can trust, value you can depend on. Powering Mossy Creek, we are AEC, member-owned and service-driven. Andrew Rogers has your scouting reports teed up when we come back after these messages on the AEC Countdown to Kickoff on the Eagle Sports Network.
How do you know you're in a community, not just a town? Well, strangers smile as they walk by. They refill your coffee without you asking. And when you ask directions, people offer to walk you there. Communities give more. The way you know when you walk into First Bank that you are in a real community bank. Great products, direct access to your local bankers, and relationships that can last a lifetime. Don't just have an account. Have a community with First Bank. Member FDIC.
Serving East Tennessee for 40 years, Magaha Electric is the perfect choice for all your electrical projects. Magaha Electric specializes in commercial, retail, manufacturing, residential, and industrial contracting needs. Magaha Electric can provide superior service, technical know-how, and realistic budgeting for any size project in a timely, cost-effective manner. Visit MagahaElectric.com for all your electrical contracting needs. Magaha Electric, your East Tennessee electrical contracting source.
The home run hitter to Dorian Miller, 70 yards.
This is Carson-Newman football on the Eagles Sports Network.
As our way of thanking veterans and active duty service members, Knoxville TVA Employees Credit Union will bump up all certificate account rates by 0.25% APY and discount personal or auto loan rates by 0.25% APR for the month of November. Thank you for your service. Learn more at tvacreditunion.com. Federally insured by NCUA. Military ID required. Effective through November 30th, 2023. Ask for details.
Join us now. Hey folks, Gerald Anderson with Ted Russell Nissan. Is it time to upgrade to a newer vehicle? How about an SR 2023 Nissan Altima starting at just $23,988? Nobody can touch that deal, and I mean nobody but Ted Russell Nissan on Kingston Pike. Start number 768-560 and 310-865 pre-owned. Tennessee registered with pay tax, $595 included. Hey folks, Gerald Anderson with Ted Russell Nissan. Is it time for you to upgrade to a newer vehicle? How about an SV 2023 Nissan Rogue starting at just $26,988? Nobody can touch that deal, and I mean nobody but Ted Russell Nissan on Kingston Pike. Start number 768-560 and 310-865 pre-owned. Tennessee registered with pay tax, $595 included.
Andrew Rogers back here on the AEC Countdown to Kickoff as we take a look at the offensive scouting report with help from Carson-Newman defensive back Major Williams. This Cavs offense will present Carson-Newman with a lot of short passes and quick-hitting plays. Major says limiting the space between the defensive backs and receivers is a major key.
We just got to line up and challenge those guys. Don't give them too much room on the perimeter at the receiver position. Our corners got to play good. Everybody have to dial in lineman assignment. I think our front is pretty good, and we're going to, stop the run and slow it down and force them to pass the ball to us. And, hopefully we get some tips, some interceptions, and some PBUs out there.
Since the start of October, the Eagles' defense has challenged opposing offenses with tons of pressure. Williams says it's been a group effort to get to the quarterback.
Everything just clicking together, all phases, the back end, the front end, the D-line. It's just a great job by our coaches, calling the calls. I mean, we've been asking for it. We wanted pressure on the quarterback. I feel like at the beginning of the season, some quarterbacks had too much leeway on us, and we just want to pressure them and see what we can do. And it's been great to see what we can do in these past couple weeks.
Williams says one of the more impressive things about the offense is the chemistry that quarterback Jake Corcoran has with his wide receivers.
Just the timing he has with his guys, his receivers. It's good to see, them throwing the ball, and we go out there and compete and make some plays. I like going against teams like this, short, quick passes. You got to get up and challenge them, and the ball's coming out quick, and it's always competitive at this point in time.
After this break, we'll hear from Tyler Curtis as he breaks down the UVA Wise defense next on the Eagles Sports Network.
Quality Suites of Morristown, the preferred hotel choice of the Eagles. Call 423-585-4000 for the Carson-Newman rate. Quality Suites of Morristown, the preferred hotel choice of the Eagles. Call 423-585-4000 for the Carson-Newman rate. Quality Suites of Morristown, the preferred hotel choice of the Eagles. Call 423-585-4000 for the Carson-Newman rate. Quality Suites of Morristown, the preferred hotel choice of the Eagles. Call 423-585-4000 for the Carson-Newman rate. Quality Suites of Morristown, the preferred hotel choice of the Eagles.
Don't know what to wear on game day? Head over to shopseeandeagles.com for all of your Carson-Newman athletics gear. You can find clothing from Adidas, Columbia, Nike, and Under Armour to cover you from head to toe. ShopSeeAndEagles.com also has duffel bags, backpacks, jewelry, pet supplies, and gifts. Don't waste any more time. Prove you are the ultimate Carson-Newman fan with the official gear of the Eagles at ShopSeeAndEagles.com. Visit today.
What a grip and a rip by Des Farrell.
You're locked into Carson-Newman football on the Eagles Sports Network.
Hello, I'm Gary Braden of Braden's Lifestyles Furniture in Turkey Creek. As we look around, we realize how truly blessed we are. However, there are many in our community who are hurting in despair. That is why the Braden's family is proud to announce its annual Braden Cares event. For a donation of $50 to a charity of your choice, you will receive both a Braden Bear and 50% off any piece of furniture in our beautiful showroom. Additionally, everything else is 40% off for this event. And as always, thank you and enjoy the sale.
The AEC Countdown to Kickoff rolls on as we take a look at the defensive scouting report with help from running back Tyler Curtis. The Eagles will face a Wise defense that does not return anyone from last year's group. Curtis says nothing changes for his offense this week.
We're just going to continue what we did before. Continue working hard, running hard. Offensive line's going to get their push. We're going to air the ball out. Just continue what we're doing and execute.
Curtis says now that they are comfortable in the offense, it is starting to finally show on the scoreboard.
Yes, it also came with, after we got our new playbook, it took time to really learn it and get a feel for it. But as the year went on, we started to really understand how the blocking was going to be, and that helps us be able to create holes.
The running back says the offense has to be aware of edge pressure against this Cavs defense.
Well, I know they come off the edge. They have one player that come off the edge real hard, and we're gonna have to make tough blocks, even for like passing game as running backs. But we're not scared. We're gonna do it.
When we come back, Adam Cavalier and David Needs will break things down as we continue to count you down to kickoff right here on the Eagles Sports Network.
We love to cheer for our home teams, like the Eagles. It means more when we're rooting for the people we know. Did you know Tri-Lite is your home team internet provider? We're right here in Jefferson City, serving the people we know with our ultra-fast, ultra-reliable fiber broadband network. And we'd love to serve you. Learn more at trilite.net or by calling 833-847-0824. Go Eagles!
If you're looking for official Eagle merchandise, look no further than the Carson-Newman bookstore. With a large selection of Carson-Newman gifts and apparel, you're sure to find something to please the entire family. From stuffed eagles to towel sets, sweatshirts, shorts, hats, and slippers, we literally have you covered from head to toe. We have just the item you're looking for no matter what the season. So whether you're an Eagle student, parent, alumni, or fan, shop us for everything orange and blue. Call 865-471-3539 for more information and store hours. We'll see you at the Carson-Newman bookstore.
Derek Evans, 79 yards on the first play from scrimmage.
You found the home of Carson-Newman football on the Eagles Sports Network.
Drive safer longer when you visit your local Michelin dealer, Fleet Tire, for a set of Michelin Defender tires. Michelin is the brand drivers turn to for tire options that deliver a safe, quiet, and comfortable ride. Fleet Tire, Woodland Avenue, exit 1B, Knoxville. Based on internal wet braking results versus Goodyear Assurance Comfort Tread tires and third-party wear test results versus Continental ProTrack tires with Eco Plus. See manufacturer's limited warranty book for details. Fleet Tire, Woodland Avenue.
As our way of thanking veterans and active duty service members, Knoxville TVA Employees Credit Union will bump up all certificate account rates by 0.25% APY and discount personal or auto loan rates by 0.25% APR for the month of November. Thank you for your service. Learn more at tvacreditunion.com. Federally insured by NCUA. Military ID required. Effective through November 30th, 2023. Ask for details.
Join us now.
All right, back at Carl Smith Jr. Stadium, a gorgeous autumn day for football here in the hill country of southwestern Virginia. Nary a cloud in the sky. Most of the leaves have dropped from the deciduous trees in this higher altitude stadium, but you do see some pockets of orange and yellow interspersed throughout the mountaintops here and there. But by and large, the trees have dropped their leaves, and it is crisp and chilly in the air here in Wise, Virginia. For Carson-Newman and UVA Wise, Adam Cavalier alongside David Needs. Happy to have you alongside. David, Carson-Newman trying to do something that it hasn't done since 2017, winning road record. That would be the subplot for today's game, the plot for the larger season. Still trying to keep hope alive for 3 straight wins to close the year for a second straight year and a second straight winning season. Carson-Newman definitely played better last week against Emory and Henry, but you need that trend line to continue upward, especially on the road, especially after what we witnessed in the last road game at Erskine.
Sure, Adam, one of the things that you want to be between being a good team and having a good game is a good team plays week in and week out and does the same thing, builds on last week's effort and takes that into this game and does the same thing the next week. And that I know that's what Coach Kalani and staff are trying to do is to get that rise to that level of consistency that the Eagles can be, so they can be that good team and not just a team that has a good game.
It is a team that is at least starting to play more consistent players, and I suppose the rare thing, getting healthier as the season wears along. By and large, the Carson-Newman's found an offensive line that works well together, and that's making a big difference as well for the Eagles.
Yeah, and Adam, one of the other things that and that's a credit also to the athletic training staff that is keeping those athletes and the strength training staff that is keeping to the point where they can be that team that can continue to rise and be healthy and be on the field.
Carson-Newman has still without Jalen Myers at quarterback, but Zane Whitson certainly performed well last week, throwing for 200 yards against Emory and Henry. You hated to see a pick involved in that, and that's a danger against UVA Wise, a team that has 3 defensive touchdowns this season, which is most in the South Atlantic Conference. But Zane certainly did not play poorly throughout the course of the game.
No, made great decisions with the football, did some really good play calls that got wide receivers open, attacked the scheme that they were facing, and did a great job. And Zane's just got to, again, take what's given. Don't force a throw. Be smart. Play for third down. If it's fourth down, it's all right to punt. It's better than throwing a pick.
For UVA Wise, Jake Corcoran has been the starting quarterback. We saw Jawan Dent last year. He was thrust into a starting role for the Highland Cavaliers. Went 12 for 34 through the air for 2 picks, including a pick 6, and was sacked 4 times in that game. That wraps it up for us here on the AEC Countdown doesn't wrap it up for the Countdown to Kickoff, but we're going to hear from head coach Mike Clowney after these messages on the Eagle Sports Network.
1916, a lot of independent agents have recommended auto owner's insurance, and a lot of parents have taken that recommendation to heart. So have a lot of their children, and grandchildren, and great-grandchildren. As we celebrate our first 100 years, Auto Owners Insurance thanks all those who have put their trust in us, and all the generations who will.
Domino's Pizza in Jefferson City and Morristown wants to help feed your business. When you're hungry at lunch, show your business card at Domino's in Jefferson City and Morristown when you make your purchase for pickup or delivery to get 25% off the entire order. That's 25% off your order at Domino's in Jeff City and Morristown when you show your business card. Call 865-471-6700 to get a pizza. Domino's, the official pizza of the Carson-Newman Eagles.
An interview with head coach Mike Clowney heads your way in 60 seconds on the Eagle Sports Network.
Hey folks, Gerald Anderson with Ted Russell Nissan. Is it time to upgrade to a newer vehicle? How about an SR 2023 Nissan Altima starting at just $23,988? Nobody can touch that deal, and I mean nobody but Ted Russell Nissan on Kingston Pike. Start number 768-560 and 310-865 pre-owned. Tennessee registered with pay tax, $595 fee included. Hey folks, Gerald Anderson with Ted Russell Nissan. Is it time for you to upgrade to a newer vehicle? How about an SV 2023 Nissan Rogue starting at just $26,988? Nobody can touch that deal, and I mean nobody but Ted Russell Nissan on Kingston Pike. Start number 768-560 and 310-865 pre-owned. Tennessee registered with pay tax, $595 fee included.
Hello, I'm Gary Braden of Braden's Lifestyles Furniture in Turkey Creek. As we look around, we realize how truly blessed we are. However, there are many in our community who are hurting in despair. That is why the Braden's family is proud to announce its annual Braden Cares event. For a donation of $50 to a charity of your choice, you will receive both a Braden Bear and 50% off any piece of furniture in our beautiful showroom. Additionally, everything else is 40% off for this event. And as always, thank you and enjoy the sale.
Time to check in with the Eagles head man. Here's head coach Mike Clowney, alongside the voice of the Eagles, Adam Cavalier.
All right, back on the AEC Countdown to Kickoff as Carson-Newman travels to Carl Smith Jr. Stadium to take on the University of Virginia's College at Wise and the Highland Cavaliers. I'm Adam Cavalier alongside Carson-Newman head football coach Mike Clowney. Mike, your team has a chance to do something that Carson-Newman football hasn't done since 2017, and that is have a winning record on the road. For a team that struggled on the road for a long time. You've put together back-to-back wins away from Berktar Stadium. What's it take to close this out with a winning road record against the Highland Cavaliers?
You killed me with the stats. But, man, I didn't know that. But,
you're welcome.
Man, so I guess the biggest thing we got to do, man, we just need to play well. We need to come out and we need to perform. We need to execute. We need to do things that we work on during the week, to the best of our ability today. And I think if we'll do that, that gives us opportunity to be successful.
You're trending. The trend line at least feels like it is headed overwhelmingly in the right direction. Defensively, you face a UVA Wise team that historically under Dane Damron has been about getting the ball out of the quarterback's hands quick, which of course can neutralize what has been a prodigious pass rush since October started. What's it take to disrupt their short passing game?
We've got to do a good job when we get up and have opportunities to be able to play close, to kind of take that away, to see if we can give ourselves a chance to get the rush that we need to get.
They've run the ball better than any Wise team has since moving to Division II. Nearly 150 yards per game on the grounds, split between Gillespie and Lomax for the most part. How do you slow that down while being mindful of the aerial assault that you'll face?
Both guys are real good backs. They do a really good job of trying to get the ball on the perimeter, do a lot of read stuff with the quarterback. He runs it enough just to keep you honest, with those other guys. So I think, the big key for us is going to be the inside linebacker position. Just making sure that we're sound there and that we do a good job, from the safety fitting that back in and make sure that we don't give anything cheap up, force them out there in every yard.
Adam Cavalier alongside Carson-Newman head football coach Mike Clowney. Zane Whitson thrust into the starting lineup at quarterback last week due to a surprise ineligibility for Jalen Myers. Counted for himself well against Emory and Henry with more than 200 yards passing. He threw for 250 through the air against Wise last year. Again, you're very balanced this past week. How do you attack the Cavaliers defense?
I think the big thing is we still, have to go in with our priority being able to run the football. We've got guys that we feel like have done a better job of putting us in position to do that, and then we've got to make sure that we continue to work to get open on the perimeter and count on Zane to make sure he gets the ball in the right person's hand.
It is starting to feel like I always hesitate to make the comparisons because what you're doing is so different than what was done offensively under Ken Sparks and Mike Turner. But historically, Carson-Newman's passing game has been predicated on hitting long distance dedication type passes or passes that go for more yards than typical. And you're top 10 in the country in yards per completion. Is this just the natural progression of what this offense is going to look like?
It is. I think our offensive staff has done a good job of kind of converting. I think, with Coach McKeithen, one of our big things was trying to make sure that we could, expand on the passing game. I think so you're starting to see some of that show up in the stat line, but I think it's all still predicated on being able to run the football successful.
Mike Clowney, pleasure as always. Good luck today against the Highland Cavaliers.
Thank you.
Carson-Newman head football coach Mike Clowney. Starting lineups, keys to the game. Weather report, all headed your way when the AEC countdown to kickoff wraps up after these messages on the Eagle Sports Network.
What is it that makes you powerful? It's not only having a voice, but knowing that it's heard loud and clear. We understand knowledge can change your life, and that energy will continue to power it. And because you're part of a Touchstone Energy cooperative, we're always listening. Because you're more than just a customer, you're a member. And what's more powerful than that?
AEC, bringing the winning game plan to your team.
Dorm food got you down? Need a home-cooked meal? Then Lisa's Country Kitchen is for you. Lisa's Country Kitchen has been feeding Carson-Newman students for 15 years. Lisa's has a family-friendly atmosphere all day long. From the morning with her $2.99 breakfast specials to dinner with Lisa's fresh, never-frozen steaks. Carson-Newman students get a 10% discount with their student ID.
Lisa's Country Kitchen on Route 92 off Old Andrew Johnson Highway. The best food for the best prices.
What a grip and a rip by Des Farrell.
You're locked in to Carson-Newman football on the Eagles Sports Network.
Drive safer longer when you visit your local Michelin dealer, Fleet Tire, for a set of Michelin Defender tires. Michelin is the brand drivers turn to for tire options that deliver a safe, quiet, and comfortable ride. Fleet Tire, Woodland Avenue, exit 1B, Knoxville. Based on internal wet braking results versus Goodyear, Assurance, Comfort Tread tires, and third-party wear test results versus Continental ProTrack tires with Eco Plus. See manufacturer's limited warranty book for details. Fleet Tire, Woodland Avenue.
You are listening to the flagship station for Carson-Newman football, AM 620, WRJZ Knoxville.
This is Carson-Newman football.
Turner to the 40, the 30. Turner to the 20. Nobody's going to catch Vernon Turner. 80 yards. A touchdown on the first play of the game. Vernon Turner has Carson-Newman up 6-0.
128 All-Americans.
Williams, house call, touchdown, Carson-Newman.
21 sack titles.
He throws down into the end zone, wide open. Touchdown, Carson-Newman, Alvin Sanders.
5 national championships.
That's it from Wilberforce, Ohio, and Carson-Newman will play for the national championship.
1 legendary history.
And I think if we will become that one, then we will be number 1 in the South Atlantic Conference, and we'll be number 1 in the nation, and we'll be number 1 in God's heart.
This is Carson-Newman football on the Eagle Sports Network. Today's game is brought to you in part by Appalachian Electric Cooperative, Domino's, by ShopCNEagles.com, the Eagle Club, the Bible Insurance Agency, by Pepsi, First Bank, by Magaha Electric, Inner Digital, by Food City, Trilite, and by Lisa's Country Kitchen.
Now, here's the voice of the Eagles, Adam Cavalier.
We welcome you back atop Carl Smith Jr. Stadium. Carson-Newman sending its captains along the far sideline. White jersey tops, blue trousers, and orange helmets for the Eagles today as they pay a visit to the University of Virginia's College Wise and the Highland Cavaliers. UVA Wise's marching band is lined up, playing a little cadence, and they have been rocking and rolling in their Halloween costumes for about the last 6 minutes, awaiting the UVA Wise football team's entrance onto the field. You got some nice costumes for the UVA Wise band. I see a Pikachu. I found Waldo. And you've got a whole assortment of cast and characters that are playing, waiting Wise's entrance onto the field. Carson-Newman is streaming onto the field from the far sideline, led by Drew Morrison, who carries the United States flag to lead the Eagles onto the field. That flag flew with United States Air Force Major Duncan Atlas McPhee on a sortie over the skies of Afghanistan on July 26, 2019, and then was presented to Mike Turner. Those two have been fast friends since the 1980s, and Carson-Newman football has kept that United States flag and run onto the field with it ever since in honor of our nation's armed forces and veterans. And now UVA Wise comes streaming onto the field in all black jerseys and a charcoal gray helmet adorned with the red flying V that is synonymous with UVA Wise. David Needs, perfect fall day for football. Let's get your keys to this contest.
Well, Adam, we talked a little bit about it earlier in the intro, but for the Eagles, here it is, plain and simple. Play like you played last week. On offense, take care of the football. exploit what you can exploit. Be patient. If it's the dive, take the dive. If it's the post or something deep, take it. Move UVA Wise's defense around like chess pieces on a board, and then capitalize on what is given to you. On defense, continue to do what the Eagles have been doing for the last 3 weeks, and that is play hard-nosed, be the aggressor on defense, make teams have to go the long way and the hard way to go score, and that's the right formula. And then what an improvement last week from the special teams.
Yeah.
No silly penalties. No real miscues from the special teams, and the Eagles can do that again this week and play that way and play with a level of consistency that it has become as we approach the back half of the season where the Eagles have played in both wins and losses. The Eagles are going to do what it takes today to come out with a victory.
Head referee Michael Madison is conducting the coin toss, and the Eagles seem to have won it for a 4th consecutive week. I'll let Michael turn on his microphone. And no shocker here, Mike Clowney's tendency, the opposite of Ken Sparks, defer. But with the way the defense has played, it has been the right call, and especially it's given Carson-Newman last week against Emory and Henry a 2-for-1 opportunity.
It does, Adam, and one of the things that you want, especially with Mike Clowney as a defensive man at heart, it's always the tendency for defensive coaches to want to defer and get on defense first. Ken Sparks, Mike Turner,
taking the ball every time.
Want the ball. We want the ball. So this is what was always said in the coaches' huddle as we walked off. Hey, we want the ball. And so it is a mark of Coach Clowney, the head coach, and the influence of the head coach. But like you said, it does do a lot to establish the tempo of the game if you can get a defense that's been playing very well to come out and shut UVA Wise down early.
Especially how the Eagles have done on their opponents' first drives. The team hasn't scored on their opening possession since the Newberry game. And you've had 2 punts and a couple missed field goals in that stretch for that first defensive possession. So see how it all sorts out. Mike Clowney's Carson-Newman Eagles versus Dane Damron's Virginia Wise Highland Cavaliers. UVA Wise on a sun-soaked, chilly early November afternoon. This is quintessential football weather. Especially for two people who grew up north of the the current locale. Jalen Jones leads the South Atlantic Conference in combined return yards. He is back deep to receive Christian Irwin's kick. Irwin in his second game back from injury. The southpaw-footed kicker sends a wobbly line drive that corkscrews to the 20 and bounces to Jones at the 2. He stutters, bobbles, and pays the price. He is walloped over the numbers on the left side up at the 13-yard line by Luke Myers. An 8-yard return, and Wise pinned deep as a result of Jones' mishandling. 1st and 10 Highland Cavaliers spotted officially at the 14-yard line.
Yeah, can you say ouch, Adam? Because that was one of the things that the returner probably said first. It was great special teams effort early on.
Wise starts out 1st and 10. Javion Gillespie is lined up as a wing back to the left of the line. 2 wide receivers to the wide side right. Corcoran out of the gun. Corcoran throws quickly. Left side. That is intercepted. A pick at the 5. A pick running to the end zone. He's in. Touchdown. Carson-Newman. Will Johnson. A pick 6 on the first play from scrimmage. And the Eagles have a 6-0 lead 17 seconds in. Unreal start David needs.
Goodness gracious, Adam. That was a great play, and Coach Clowney proved why you want to defer. But that was a great play. Just stepped in front, was reading it, and they tried to attack the Eagles in the flat, where a lot of teams have, and the defense was up to the challenge.
16 yards on the return for Will Johnson. Cybert on for the PAT. His kick sidewinds through, and it's a 7-0 lead for the Eagles, 17 seconds in. We step aside for a break. Carson-Newman football up 7-0. 14:43 to play in the first quarter. And we're back after this on the Eagle Sports Network.
As our way of thanking veterans and active duty service members, Knoxville TVA Employees Credit Union will bump up all certificate account rates by 0.25% APY and discount personal or auto loan rates by 0.25% APR for the month of November. Thank you for your service. Learn more at tvacreditunion.com. Federally insured by NCUA. Military ID required. Effective through November 30th, 2023. Ask for details.
Join us now.
Hey folks, Gerald Anderson with Ted Russell Nissan. Is it time to upgrade to a newer vehicle? How about an SR 2023 Nissan Altima starting at just $23,988? Nobody can touch that deal, and I mean nobody but Ted Russell Nissan on Kingston Pike. Start number 768-560 and 310-865 pre-owned. Tennessee registered with plate tax, $595 included. Hey folks, Gerald Anderson with Ted Russell Nissan. Is it time for you to upgrade to a newer vehicle? How about an SV 2023 Nissan Rogue starting at just $26,988? Nobody can touch that deal, and I mean nobody but Ted Russell Nissan on Kingston Pike. Start number 768-560 and 310-865 pre-owned. Tennessee registered with plate tax, $595 included.
Christian Irwin's kickoff bounces at the 10 and dies at the 1. Jones has to pick it up, and he's smashed along the left sideline at the 11-yard line by Isaiah Kane and Fortune Woods. And UVA Wise, terrible field position again after a kick return issue. 1st and 10 for the Cavaliers from their own 11. Carson-Newman already leads 7-0. We haven't even played 30 seconds of football. Will Johnson, a pick six on the first play from scrimmage. Second consecutive year that the Eagles have had a pick six against the Highland Cavaliers. Major Williams housed one last year. Corcoran out of the gun, takes the snap screen to the left side. That's complete in the backfield and nowhere to run for Fishback. Christian Hicks gobbles him up along the left sideline. Just a yard up at the 12-yard line. 2nd down, 9 to go.
Yeah, one of the things that UVA Wise is going to try and do is attack the flat. That's why early on here, Adam, they're in a very spread-out formation, just seeing who's going to cover the inside receiver.
Corcoran, 2nd and 11, left hash at his own 12. Takes the snap. Keeps it on the zone read, steps through a triplet tackle, and then gets brought down by Johnson and Jaheim Wilson after first down yardage up at the 24-yard line. Nearly a strip by Justin Triplett. But it's a first down and a 12-yard run for Jake Corcoran on the zone read. UVA Wise likes to run with tempo. They go 3 wide, 2 to the wide side right, 1 to the short side left. Corcoran out of the gun, brings his tight end in motion to the right side of the line. Flag flies, movement on Wise. We'll await the official ruling from Michael Madison. False start on Deonta Cromedy, the reserve left guard, and back it up to the 19-yard line.
Try to move people around, Adam, see where the Eagles play on defense. Motion isn't necessarily leading into a play here early, but just trying to see how the Eagles adjust on defense.
1st and 15, Corcoran play fake to Gillespie, dumps to the flat right side. The tight end smashed by Will Johnson, or by Jet Jones, pardon me. Cannon caught it, and he goes nowhere. No gain over the right hashes at the 19-yard line, 2nd and 15.
Yeah, the Eagles, every 2 or 3 plays, will rotate defensive front. With a hurry-up, they're going to have to get him in quick today.
Corcoran back to pass on 2nd and 15, throws out to the flat left side. That's incomplete to Fishback. He had Champ Baker and Kendall Williams bearing down on him. 3rd down, 15 to go. Eagles already with a 7-0 lead with 13-14 to go in the first quarter, thanks to Will Johnson's pick six. Eagle fans, AEC is your Touchstone Energy Cooperative. Service you can trust and value you can depend on. Powering Mossy Creek, where AEC, member-owned and service-driven. Gillespie to the left of Corcoran in the gun. Free play as this pass is going to be intercepted. It's not going to matter as Carson-Newman jumped off sides. Jet Jones bringing it along the right sideline. His teammates say, hey, just fall down. Don't get hit, because this is going to be 5 yards for UVA Wise to make it 3rd and 10. I think it was Major Williams who was in the neutral zone. And indeed it is. So Major Williams jumps offside. 3rd down, 10 to go for UVA Wise. Cavs middle of the road in third down conversion percentage in the SAC at 33%. 3rd and 10, right hashes at their own 24 now. Flag flies, and the Cavs are going to give those 5 yards back, I believe.
Adam, one of the things that UVA Wise is trying to do here early is attack to the quick flat just to see who the Eagle defender is to come from a long way away. And so they're really putting their guys in a bind because they're trying to wait to see how the Eagles line up before they call it. Long cadence, a lot of movement from the offensive line.
So 3rd and 15 again for the Cavs. Right hash at their own 19. Corcoran back to pass. Eagles rush 4. Corcoran floats middle of the field. That's intercepted. Kendall Williams has it. Williams across the 20. And Williams steps out of bounds inside the 20 down at the 17-yard line. Kendall Williams jumps the route and has his first pick of the season. And Carson-Newman offensively in business, leading 7-0 with 12:47 to play in the first quarter. Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 17. 2 drives for Wise, 2 picks for the Eagles secondary.
Yeah, great job by the Eagles. Coach Slate does a lot of man coverage, has dropped a couple times into zone, and it has really thrown the tempo off of UVA Wise.
Tyler Curtis goes to the right of Zane Whitson in the gun. 1st and 10 for the Eagles, left hash at the Cavs 17. Pearson in motion into the backfield. The handoff goes to Curtis, powering his way straight ahead. He's across the 15, surges over the left hashes down to the 12, where he's buckled down by DeCorian Jones Montgomery. It's a 5-yard gain at 2nd and 5.
Just great movement. Tried to get it early, patient. Hey, you can get it where you gain 5 yards. Take it.
2nd down, 5 to go for the Eagles. Pearson in motion. They'll jet sweep him right side. Pearson across the 10, reaches forward and picks up the 1st down to the 6 over the right side hashes. Jalon Pearson, 6 yards on the touch pass. Taylor brings him down. And it's 1st and goal from the 6 for the Eagles.
Jalon is the jet sweep guy. Jalon is the guy, but Jalon is so quick, Adam, that he gives the Eagles a dimension on getting on the edge. And if you don't play that exactly right, you're not going to stop Jalon Pearson until you get a large gain. 1st and goal from the 6 for the Eagles. Right hash at the Cavaliers 6. Looking to add to a 7-0 lead. Whitson from the gun takes the snap. They give it to Curtis straight ahead. Curtis will waltz in. Touchdown. Carson-Newman. Virtually untouched Tyler Curtis. And the Eagles have a 13-0 lead with 11:38 to play in the first quarter. 6 yards for Tyler Curtis straight up the gut. His 8th touchdown this season. He's now tied for the league lead. Great job. Real quick. Used the jet motion again and got the defender coming off the edge and really opened up a hole for Tyler Curtis.
Seibert on for the point after attempt. Jackson Martin to hold. UVA Wise late shimmying people over. And now, play clock at 0. Jackson Martin gets it off. Seibert will boot it and boot it through. Odd PAT, but it's through, and the Eagles lead 14-0, and we haven't played 5 minutes of football. 11:38 to go in the first quarter. 14-0 Eagles lead on the strength of 2 interceptions, a pick 6 for Will Johnson, a short field provided by Kendall Williams' pick, and Carson-Newman in business here from Carl Smith Stadium. We return after these messages on the Eagle Sports Network.
How do you know you're in a community, not just a town? Well, strangers smile as they walk by. They refill your coffee without you asking. And when you ask directions, people offer to walk you there. Communities give more. The way you know when you walk into First Bank that you are in a real community bank. Great products, direct access to your local bankers, and relationships that can last a lifetime. Don't just have an account. Have a community with First Bank. Member FDIC.
At InterDigital, we strive to be a leading provider of cutting-edge digital and marketing solutions. At InterDigital, we want to help our clients find success. Our team of technology gurus work together to ensure InterDigital continues to progress forward as technology advances. At InterDigital, we make technology work for you. Visit interdigital.com for IT support, web development, virtual tours, graphic design, internet marketing, mobile app, and film production services.
InterDigital, laser focused on your success.
14-0. Carson-Newman leads UVA Wise with 11:38 to play in the first quarter. Adam Cavalier, David Needs, our spotter host Andrew Rogers, Dave Claybo running the show back inside of network control. David Needs, I don't know that the words fast start came out of our mouths in the pregame show, but I don't think you could ask for much more than this.
No, and Adam, this is what you want if you're Carson-Newman. This is Carson-Newman football. Be aggressive, come after it, make the run game untenable, make the pass game untenable, and then really force your opponent to come out.
Jalen Jones is going to bring this kickoff back from 5 yards deep in his end zone. And Jones, that was a mistake. He tried the right side, got to the right hashes, made it to the 15-yard line, and Zachary Williams and Jackson Ward sling him down. Wise has not started on the plus side of its 20 in its 3 possessions. It has thrown interceptions on its first 2 drives. The 15-yard line, third possession of the day for the Cavs, actually their best starting field position. Down 14-0 with 11:32 to play in the first quarter. Jake Corcoran is 2 for 5 through the air. He's also completed 2 passes to Carson-Newman defenders. Handoff goes to Gillespie on 1st and 10. He noses his way over the right hashes across the 20 and gets brought down by Will Johnson and Jet Jones up at the 22-yard line. Decent little 7-yard gain, and it's 2nd and 3.
Referees are setting the ball quick, too, so it plays into the UVA Wise tempo.
Corcoran will give Gillespie again straight ahead. Smashed by Mekhi Brown as he enters the hole. And Brown stops him after a yard up at the 23-yard line. 2nd down, 2 to go. Martavis Mason also in on the stop. 3rd down, 2 to go. 14-0 Eagles leading with 10:52 rolling clock first quarter. Cavs in all black moving left to right. Corcoran in the gun, Gillespie to his right. Corcoran takes the 3rd and 2 snap. Back to pass. Throws right side. Major Williams had it in his hands. Bobbled it. It ricocheted and deflected off of Dorian Goddard. And neither UVA transfer could haul that one. 4th down, 2 to go. Major Williams should have had the 3rd interception of the day for the Eagles defense.
Wow. I mean, it just brings me back to shades of when we played Western Oregon and when I was coaching, and they threw about 5 picks early in the game. The Eagles have been there around the ball. Great credit to the secondary coaches, Coach Goss and Coach Slade. Just the Eagles have great pass identity right today.
Jake Marcantel back to punt. He'll get off a spiraling kick that Williams fields at his 40. Williams with room to run. He's headed to the right sideline across the 45, crosses midfield into Wise territory, and ambles out of bounds at the 46-yard line. So a 14-yard return for Major Williams. And Carson-Newman starts out with 1st and 10 from the Wise 46-yard line. Well, everything going Carson-Newman's way. Eagles haven't touched the football on their side of the field yet. 10:13 to go first quarter. It's a 14-0 lead for the Eagles. Domino's is the official pizza of the Carson-Newman Eagles, so when you're hungry, reach for Domino's. Large one-topping pies are $6.99 with your Carson-Newman ID. Domino's, the official pie of the Carson-Newman Eagles. Whitson out of the gun for 1st and 10 from the right hashes at the Wise 46. Give is straight ahead to Tyler Curtis. Curtis spins around and gets 3 yards over the right hashes down to the 43-yard line before Strong wraps him up. 2nd down, 7 to go.
So what you get from UVA Wise, it's a little bit different than Emory and Henry last week, is that they're really committed to playing underneath and outside. So if you have 2 wide receivers, they're going to have 3 defensive backs. If you have 1 wide receiver, they're going to have 2 defensive backs to that side. So they're going to try and outman the Eagles outside, so the run game should be effective for the Eagles today.
2nd down, 7 to go for Carson-Newman. Right hash at the Wise 43. Whitson from the gun, takes the snap, 3-step drop, has time. Pressured, now Whitson steps up, going to float it along the right sideline, just over the top of Jeremiah Carroll down at the 20. Whitson, good awareness of the line of scrimmage to uncork that one just a yard forward as Matt Strong was in coverage of Jeremiah Carroll, but Carroll had a step on him. 3rd down and 7 to go for the Eagles.
Yeah, and a step in the maturation process for Zane Whitson. That may have been one of those ones where he would have chucked it and maybe got a yard or 2, but really was patient enough to see that open throw, 1 inch away touchdown.
Third down, 7 to go for the Eagles. Right hash at the Wise, 43. Whitson going to throw out to the flat left side, complete to Cade Meeks. Stops on a dime, rotates right, and gets brought down on the boundary left side, down at the 41-yard line. Just a 2-yard gain because Bailey was able to wrap him up through the spin move. Fourth down, 5 to go, and Carson-Newman offensively goes 3 and out. But leads 14-0 with 9:07 to play in the first quarter. Andrew Seibert on to punt it away to Daniel Davis, who's back at his own 10-yard line.
Timing has been a little bit slow with the punt this season, Adam. Let's see if the Eagles have kind of remedied that and get the punt off a lot quicker.
Andrew Bradshaw is back snapping. Wise doesn't bring pressure. Seibert gets off a sidewinding kick that will bounce in the end zone for a touchback. A gross of 41, a net of 21, and Wise takes over with 1st and 10 at its own 20-yard line. Best starting field position of the day for the Highland Cavaliers, who trail Carson-Newman 14-0 with 8:39 to play in the first quarter. Eagle fans, Lisa's Country Kitchen serves the best home-cooked meals that the Lakeway region has to offer. Lisa's Country Kitchen, the official restaurant of the Carson-Newman Eagles. Start your day with their breakfast specials. Finish it with a nice, juicy steak. 1st and 10 Cavs, right hash at their own 20. Corcoran out of the gun, takes the snap. Will hand off Gillespie left side. He runs into David Alexander, runs into Makai Brown, and Brown will stack him up and slam him down on the boundary right side up at the 23-yard line. Check that was Lomax on the carry. 3-yard gain, 2nd and 7.
And sometimes you break a tackle and you get punished for breaking the tackle. That was one of those. Hey, broke it, but then met a stiff wall and tasted the turf pretty fast.
Lomax to the left of Corcoran in the gun. 2 men to the wide side left. Goddard to the short side right. Play fake to Lomax. Throwing middle of the field. Goddard off his right hand. Incomplete. Kendall Williams was in coverage. Corcoran hit the deck after Justin Triplett bared down on him. And it's 3rd down and 7 to go for the Cavaliers, trailing 14-0 at the 8-minute mark. Stopped clock, first quarter.
Yeah, Eagles had a chance to pick that one too off the tip, Adam. It was closer than you think at the end, and what a start though so far for the defense.
3rd down, 7 to go for the Cavs. Corcoran out of the gun from the right hashes is his own 23. 5-man rush. Corcoran throws right side. Goddard incomplete. Kendall Williams able to bat it away, and for a second consecutive possession, the Highland Cavaliers go 3 and out. Pick. 3 and out, 3 and out. Those are Carson-Newman's defensive drive summaries. And Jake Marcantel on to punt it away again.
UVA Wise, one of the things that they have tried to do since the couple early picks is isolate the single receiver and take a better chance on one-on-one. Coach Slade has shifted back to man coverage. Not been there.
Marcantel rolls left, punts left. Major Williams will field this at the 35, and Williams has a lot of running room. Williams to the left sideline. He's across the 50. Start and stop move, and he reaches the ball out of bounds in Highland Cavalier territory down at the 47-yard line. So an 18-yard return for Major Williams. Strong forced him out of bounds. Great starting field position for the Eagles. Again, definitely winning the field position battle early. We are with 7:39 to play in the first quarter, and Carson-Newman hasn't taken a snap from its side of the field. 1st and 10 Eagles from the Cavalier 47-yard line.
Yeah, let's see the Eagles put one in the end zone, Adam, and really force UVA Wise to take more chances on offense than they've already taken.
14-0 Eagles. A pick 6 and a short field. Curtis to the left of Whitson in the gun for 1st and 10 from the Cavalier 47. Delayed give to the right side, Tyler Curtis. Curtis kicking it to the right sideline. Stumbles as he goes for a stiff arm. And Whitley able to push him down. Long way to run for 2 yards for Tyler Curtis on a slow developing play. 2nd down, 8 to go.
Yeah, Eagles need to be more north and south conscious. A couple times today the Eagles have been east-west conscious, and that's not the remedy for success. It's getting and putting linebackers in a bind by getting north and south fast.
2nd down, 8 to go for the Eagles. Carson-Newman saying, hey, contact was made as Wise lurched into the neutral zone. A lot of pointing, and the officials will sort this one out. Kenneth Long lurched in from his nose guard position. Did he touch somebody? Yes. Offsides, the call on Kenneth Long, the freshman from Huntsville, Alabama. And march the Eagles down to the 40 as a result. Second down and 3 to go for the Eagles. Right hashes at the Cavalier 40-yard line. 2 receivers go to the wide side left for the Eagles. That's Cade Meeks and Jalen Washington. Cam Ferguson is a slot back to the right of the line. Whitson in the gun. Takes the snap. Will hand off straight ahead for Tyler Curtis. And Curtis, a bruising run over the right hashes. Gets down to the 38-yard line. Curtis just smashed Brub Hines at his linebacker spot. 2 hard yards down to the 38. It's 3rd and a yard for the Eagles. And what might be 4-down territory, too.
Yeah, the Eagles in a huddle, which is not something the Eagles are in very often, but the Eagles need to continue to push that. Inside is where it's at. I know there's little 2-yard gains and 3-yard gains, but just need to rip one because it can happen big time.
James Maddox to the left of Whitson in the gun. Tyree Nelson to the right. The handoff is to Maddox. The big bruiser carries it for first down yardage outside the right hashes, across the 35, down to the 33-yard line. Hines again in on the stop. A 5-yard tote for Maddox. And a first down for the Eagles. Carson-Newman moving with tempo. Double barrel look again from the right hashes. 1st and 10 at the Cavalier 33. Whitson out of the gun. Will give to Nelson right side. Stop, start, stop. And he is pushed backward. Nelson forward progress given to the line of scrimmage, but Jordan Whitley was not fooled by the shimmy and a shake, and it's 2nd and 10 after the no-gain play.
Yeah, one of the things you don't want to do as a running back, a lot of times you think if you bounce it outside, you're going to get something else. But chances are, about 80 to 90% is that you're going to get tackled for a loss, and that's what happened right there.
5:05 left first quarter, 14-0. Carson-Newman leads UVA Wise. Eagles had a pick 6 on the first play from scrimmage. Wise is a player very slow getting off the field to the near side. Now the ball spotted ready for play for 2nd and 10 for the Eagles. Right hash at the Cavalier 33. Whitson out of the gun. Takes the snap at the waist. Whitson going to air long. Wide open. Jerron Newson along the left sideline. He snares it at the 2 and strolls in. Touchdown, Carson-Newman. Zane Whitson finds Jerron Newson for a score for a 2nd consecutive week. A 33-yard touchdown connection, and the Eagles have put up 20 in the first quarter with 4:36 to go in the opening frame.
Great play, Adam. Really, last week the remedy was the post. Coach McKeithen adds the post with a wheel. The wheel's wide open.
Cybered on for the point after attempt. The PAT is through, and the Eagles dominating the opening stanza. 4:35 to play in the first quarter. 21 for Carson-Newman, nothing for UVA Wise. And we return to Carl Smith Stadium with a 3-touchdown lead in hand after these messages on the Eagle Sports Network.
Hello, I'm Gary Braden of Braden's Lifestyles Furniture in Turkey Creek. As we look around, we realize how truly blessed we are. However, there are many in our community who are hurting in despair. That is why the Braden's family is proud to announce its annual Braden Cares event. For a donation of $50 to a charity of your choice, you will receive both a Braden Bear and 50% off any piece of furniture in our beautiful showroom. Additionally, everything else is 40% off for this event. And as always, thank you and enjoy the sale.
Back in Wise, Virginia, where Carson-Newman has opened up a 21-0 lead on UVA Wise. Eagles scored the first 31 points last year before winning 38-22 over the Highland Cavaliers. They're up 21-0 with 4:36 to go in the opening quarter. And Christian Irwin is on to kick off to Jalen Jones. Irwin, with his left foot, drives it to Jones 3 yards deep in the end zone. He's going to bring it out again. Jones across the 10, cuts to the 15. Brian Payne had him for a moment. Jones wiggles free, gets across the 20, and Storm Livesey brings him down over the right hashes up at the 23-yard line. Jones turned nothing into something. Still should have taken a knee, would have gotten 2 extra yards with the touchback. 1st and 10 Wise from its own 23-yard line. The second time this season Carson-Newman has put up 21 points, or 20 or more points, in a quarter. The last time was the fourth quarter at Newberry. First and 10, Cavaliers, right hashes at their own 23. Corcoran out of the gun with Gillespie to his right. Handoff goes to Gillespie. He is smashed in the backfield. Mekhi Brown, Major Williams, and Christian Hicks all sandwich him back at the 21-yard line. Gillespie didn't even have a chance to take a footstep after he took the handoff. 2-yard loss at 2nd and 12.
Yeah, guard turned right, center turned left, and it left a gap right there for the linebacker to come in and step through, and defensive line to create pressure.
2nd down, 12 to go for the Highland Cavaliers. Right hash at their own 21. Corcoran from the gun will hand off Gillespie again, pokes it out to the right side and has some running room. Champ Baker will usher him out of bounds along the right sideline up at the 37-yard line. 16-yard gain and a first down for the Highland Cavaliers, their second first down of the game.
Patient for Gillespie right there, but the Eagles really just didn't keep contained and had a chance to bottle him in the backfield, as you said, Adam, and just didn't.
First and 10 Cavs from the 38. Handoff straight ahead to Gillespie again. Major Williams meets him in the hole, slows him up, and then everybody else finishes him off. I think Jackson Ward and Will Johnson were the only two not in the pile, and that's because they were covering outside. It's a 6-yard gain up to the 44. 2nd down and 4 to go.
I'm surprised they're being so patient down 21.
Handoff. Gillespie again trying to kick it to the right side. Mekhi Brown finds his ankles and slides him down up at the 45-yard line. 3rd down and 3 to go. Well, UVA Wise has probably this year, more than any other in the last decade, been more about running the ball.
Right.
For the Cavaliers, a Division II record, 145 yards per game for them since moving to Division II. 3rd and 3. Corcoran takes, give Gillespie. Mekhi Brown blows that up in the backfield, and Gillespie lucky to lurch back and spin back to the line of scrimmage on the handoff up the middle. 4th down, 3 to go. Mekhi Brown blew that play up. Decision time for Dane Damron and company.
Eagles need to be real careful here, because one of the things that you're going to see probably from Wise is a long count just to see if they catch the Eagles, because the Eagles have been so aggressive on defense, and to their credit early. We'll see if UVA Wise tries to use that against the Eagles.
Offense stays on the field for the Cavs, down 21-0 to the Eagles with 2:08 to play in the first quarter. 4th and 3 for the Cavs from their own 45, and Wise moved. The Eagles were creeping up, and UVA Wise, Deontay Cromedy called for his second false start of the game. Carson-Newman was bringing 3 men into the gaps.
Yes.
And that pressure forced the false start, and now Jake Marcantel is on the punt.
Yeah, loads of pressure. Eagles are ready to come and get after it. And when you use the long count, a lot of times for offensive linemen who see the pressure, they want to move and be in a position they can move before the defender does, and that worked against UVA Wise right there.
Major Williams back at his own 20 to return. He's already averaging 15 yards a punt return with 2 returns already. Marcantel will roll left, boot left. High hanger that is going to bounce at the 25. Sideways hop. Williams will get out of the way of it, and it'll be down at the 20-yard line by UVA Wise with 1:19 to go in the first quarter. Carson-Newman takes over at its own 20-yard line, and for the first time today, with a 21-0 lead in hand, the Eagles will take a snap from their own side of the field. It has been a hot start for Carson-Newman, a pick 6 on the first play from scrimmage. Another pick gave the Eagles a 17-yard field, which produced a score, and then a long Major Williams punt return set the Eagles up on the plus side of the 50. And 5 plays and 47 yards later, Zane Whitson found Jerron Newson for the second straight week for a 33-yard touchdown. 1st and 10 Eagles, left hashes at their own 20. Whitson out of the gun, double barrels. The give is to Tyree Nelson straight ahead, but he will not get away from UVA Wise's defense. The Cavaliers all over that one, and Nelson loses 3 yards back to the 17-yard line. The first guy there was Clay Bailey, and then everybody else caught up as well. 2nd down, 13 to go.
Yeah, Eagles are in a slot-tight formation, and it really brings some extra guys from UVA Wise to the party. A lot of people would have called that like a Roger formation. But what's happening is they got a lot of guys up front now inside the box.
Nelson and Ferguson, split backs, either side of Whitson in the gun. Whitson rolls right, going to throw long. Has Jalen Washington wide open, comes back and catches it at the 50. Washington on his horse along the left sideline. He has burned his defender. Washington is all the way home. Touchdown, Carson-Newman. 83 yards from Zane Whitson to Jalen Washington. And Washington's first touchdown catch is one of the longest passing plays in school history. Eagles have put up 27 in the first quarter, leading 27-0 with 26 seconds left in the opening frame.
Got to be real careful right there, Adam. Kind of got excited about the 10-yard line, put the hand up. Can call the penalty right there for taunting. Just need to be careful.
Seibert's PAT is good, and Carson-Newman leads at 28-0 with 26 seconds left in the first quarter after the 7th longest passing play in school history. Zane Whitson, 83 yards to Jalen Washington, and Carson-Newman has put up 28 in the opening frame. We're back after these messages on the Eagle Sports Network.
How do you show your support for Carson-Newman? Head over to shopseeandeagles.com right now, where they have all of your needs covered. From clothing to outfitting your tailgate party, whether you're hunting, fishing, or on the golf course, shopseeandeagles.com is the place for you. All of your everyday essentials, from pens to phone chargers, are in one place. For the best gear in the business, visit shopseeandeagles.com today.
When you're sick and tired of fast food and need a fresh home-cooked meal, turn to Lisa's Country Kitchen. Lisa's been cooking up her fresh, never-frozen food for the Lakeway area for more than 15 years. Lisa's cares about her customers. You may enter a stranger, but you'll leave a friend. From foot-long hot dogs to juicy steaks, Lisa's has the best food for the best prices.
Lisa's Country Kitchen on Route 92 off Old Andrew Johnson Highway. The best food for the best prices.
Jones will let this kickoff bounce into the end zone, and Wise will take over 1st and 10 at its own 25-yard line with 26 seconds left in the first quarter. It has been a first quarter that has belonged exclusively to Carson-Newman. You've got a pick six on the first play from scrimmage. You've got the 7th longest passing play in school history. Most recently, an 83-yarder to Whitson, from Whitson to Jalen Washington. Also, the last 80-plus yard pass for the program happened on this field. March of 2021 in the COVID season. Deontay Dudley caught an 89-yarder from Trey Mitchell in that 4-overtime classic. Corcoran will give to Gillespie straight ahead, and Gillespie will poke his way between the hashes up to the 27-yard line. Jaheim Wilson with the stop. 2-yard gain brings up 2nd down, and 8 to go on what can be the final play of the first quarter if UVA Wise chooses to not snap the football. 3, 2, and 1, and Corcoran will let the first quarter clock expire. Well, David Nees, last week we said it was about as good of a first quarter that Carson-Newman had against Emory and Henry. This is better.
Better version.
This is better. 28-0. Eagles up after the opening 15 minutes. And we are back to the mountains of Southwest Virginia when we get back after this on the Eagle Sports Network.
Drive safer longer when you visit your local Michelin dealer, Fleet Tire, for a set of Michelin Defender tires. Michelin is the brand drivers turn to for tire options that deliver a safe, quiet, and comfortable ride. Fleet Tire, Woodland Avenue, exit 1B, Knoxville. Based on internal wet braking results versus Goodyear, Assurance, Comfort Tread tires, and third-party wear test results versus Continental ProTrack tires with Eco Plus. See manufacturer's limited warranty book for details. Fleet Tire, Woodland Avenue.
As our way of thanking veterans and active duty service members, Knoxville TVA Employees Credit Union will bump up all certificate account rates by 0.25% APY and discount personal or auto loan rates by 0.25% APR for the month of November. Thank you for your service. Learn more at tvacreditunion.com. Federally insured by NCUA. Military ID required. Effective through November 30th, 2023. Ask for details.
Join us now.
Well, for the first time since October 12th, 2019, Carson-Newman has put up 28 points in a quarter. Eagles out to a 28-0 lead over UVA Wise. Cavs have it 2nd and 8 at their own 27-yard line. Corcoran back to pass, throws it to the left side. That's complete at the 30 to Goddard. He wiggles his way in the boundary left side up to the 32 before Jet Jones and Kendall Williams wrap him up. A 5-yard gain. It's 3rd down and a manageable 3 for the Highland Cavaliers, who are being outgained 144 yards to 48 yards. Part of that, 2 for 8 through the air for the Highland Cavaliers for 1 yard. Jake Corcoran's completed as many passes to his own receivers as he has to Carson-Newman defenders. Corcoran will give left side to Gillespie. Nowhere to run for him. Major Williams bolts into the backfield and cuts him down back at the 31 for a loss of 1. And UVA Wise, decision time again, down 28 with 4th down and 4 to go, brings on the punt unit. Another 3 and out for the Highland Cavaliers. Carson-Newman has been keyed in defensively. Just 2 first downs for the Cavs. UVA Wise's drive summaries: pick, 3 and out, punt, 3 and out.
Adam, one of the things that you see is every time that UVA Wise puts the ball in the air, there's an Eagle close enough to make a pick.
Marcantel on for the kick, and Jerron Newson signals for fair catch and brings this one in toward the numbers left side at the 38-yard line. Eagles take over 1st and 10 with 13:40 to play in the second quarter at their own 38-yard line. 28-0, Carson-Newman leading. And I would say the Eagles, barring something that we shouldn't mention, on their way for their first winning road record since 2017. It has been a sensational start for the Eagles.
Yeah, the next score is the score, right? Teams, you've seen teams come back from 28 in the wrong situations. 35 is almost impossible.
Whitson out of the gun. Brings a man in motion, Sullins, and will hand off straight ahead to Curtis. Curtis was hit at the line of scrimmage. He spun forward, got free of a tackle, then lost a yard back to the 39-yard line after gaining the 41. Kirkland with the stop. Should have been a 3-yard gain, but Curtis was able to fight, but ultimately lost 2 more yards. It's a 2nd and 9 as a result of Curtis's slippery moves.
And, last week the Eagles had a bunch of gash plays. UVA Wise is committed to keep a lot more guys inside the box. That's why the Eagles' passing game has been so explosive today, because of the position of the defenders.
Zane Whitson, 4 of 5 for 124 yards through the air and 2 scores for the record. On 2nd and 9, Whitson's back to pass, going to flip it over the middle of the field. That's complete to Cade Meeks at the 45. He gets upended by Clay Bailey. Meeks dives forward on top of the flying V logo at midfield and gets up to the 47-yard line. He's shy of the sticks, though. After the 8-yard gain, it's 3rd and 1.
Adam, the Eagles are doing a real good job. We talked in the pregame about keys to the game of taking what is given. Yes, the Eagles are attacking the run, and there are a lot of guys inside the gap, but it is opening up other things. So that's what you want to see.
3rd down and a yard to go. Double barrels for Zane Whitson. James Maddox and Tyler Curtis, the split backs. The give is to Curtis left side. Curtis had blockers, but he got caught from behind and stopped for no gain by Tyrese Randall at the 47-yard line. No gain there. Blocks were at a stalemate, and thus no gain. 4th down in a yard, and on comes Andrew Seibert to punt.
Yeah, you want to get more split. You want to get a little bit more split, even in short yardage situations, because you want to create some natural gaps. The Eagles were real tight in their splits right there on the offensive line and allowed for the overflow guy to come around and make that tackle.
Davis back to return this kick. He's at his 15. No rush from Wise as Seibert gets off a wobbler that will bounce at the 25 along the right sideline. It will roll inside the 10. Actually went out of bounds on a hop before it rolled inside the 10. Out of bounds at the 11. So Andrew Seibert does his job, pins Wise inside the 15, and the Cavaliers will take over 1st and 10 at their own 11 when we return after these messages on the Eagle Sports Network.
Serving East Tennessee for 40 years, Magaha Electric is the perfect choice for all your electrical projects. Magaha Electric specializes in commercial, retail, manufacturing, residential, and industrial contracting needs. Magaha Electric can provide superior service, technical know-how, and realistic budgeting for any size project in a timely, cost-effective manner. Visit MagahaElectric.com for all your electrical contracting needs. Magaha Electric, your East Tennessee electrical contracting source.
Tri-Light is proud to support Carson-Newman Athletics. We salute the student athletes who are working hard to make great things happen on the field, in the classroom, and in the world. It takes vision, commitment, and teamwork, qualities we share at Tri-Light. Our mission is to provide life-changing opportunities by building a world-class fiber broadband network. If you'd like to learn more, please visit trilight.net or call us at 833-847-0824.
On first down, Corcoran hits Dorian Goddard for a 4-yard gain on a crossing pattern. Then Gillespie takes a 1-yard handoff. Third down, 5 to go for the Cavs. Corcoran back to pass, slant, middle of the field. That's complete between the hashes up at the 25-yard line for first down yardage. Kendall Williams brings down the pass catcher, Powell, but not before he grabs 9 yards and a first down for the Highland Cavaliers. 28-0 Eagles leading, 10-15 to go in the second quarter. Cavs moving quick. Handoff Gillespie straight ahead. Start, stop. Gets up to the 29-yard line before Jet Jones wraps him up around the shoulders. 4-yard gain, 2nd and 6.
Trying to move it quick against the Eagles, doing a couple things that the Eagles have seen and had trouble with, like a shallow cross or the quick slant. But the Eagles are there to make the tackle as soon as the ball is completed. 2nd and 6. The give is to Gillespie left side. Gillespie runs into Major Williams. He turns him around, and then 2 other Eagles bolt in to blast him down inside the right hashes up at the 30-yard line. Jet Jones and Max Bryant helping usher Gillespie to the turf. 3rd down and 5 to go after the yard gain. You know, one of the things that UVA Wise is doing too, Adam, is there a lot from the limestone playbook of attack. It just shows just how much the Eagle defense has matured since that limestone game.
3rd down, 5 to go for the Cavs. Right hash at their own 30. Corcoran back to pass. Has time. Throws over the middle of the field. Goddard complete inside the right hashes up at the 44-yard line. Kendall Williams was blanketing him, but Corcoran fitted into a pretty tight window, and it's a 14-yard gain and a first down.
A lot of man coverage right now, so one of the things that UVA Wise is doing is going to the weak side, trying to take advantage of the one-on-one matchups.
1st and 10, Cavs, middle of the field at their own 44. Corcoran will give Gillespie right side. Gillespie hit at the line of scrimmage, and he falls forward for 3 yards across the 45 up to the 47-yard line, splitting the hashes. Took a knock from Martavis Mason, but pushed him forward 3 yards. 2nd down, 7 to go.
A lot of people ask, why would you run man coverage so much? And it really, what it does is it frees the extra defender to help against the run.
2nd down, 7 to go. Quickly, Corcoran, option keeper, left side, runs in Mekhi Brown, who spins him around between the hashes up at the 48-yard line. Yard gain. 3rd down, 6 to go for UVA Wise. Cavs 2 for 7 on 3rd downs so far today. 8:10 to play, second quarter. 28-0, Carson-Newman the lead. All 28 points for the Eagles came in the first quarter.
Because the defense is sitting here and they're sitting underneath, it looks like another thing of man coverage. Let's see who watches the quick slants. The Eagles need to watch for the quick slant because that's how they usually have attacked the Eagles when they're in man coverage.
Jackson Ward giving 7 yards of space on Dorian Goddard to the left side of the formation. 2 to the right. Corcoran back to pass. 3-step drop. Pressured. He's grabbed. Corcoran lost the football. Major Williams grabbed it. Williams steps free along the left sideline. Major Williams, nothing but clear Virginia Mountain Air in front of him. He scores. Touchdown, Carson-Newman. Major Williams, a 35-yard scoop and score on the strip sack. And Carson-Newman has its 2nd defensive touchdown of the day. 34-0 Eagles leading with 7:29 to play in the second quarter.
Great play, great pressure, and just ball awareness. That's one thing that Major Williams has is ball awareness, and just there at the right place at the right time, and was able to go score.
Andrew Seibert on for the point after attempt. Martin to hold. Bradshaw snaps, Martin's hold is down, and Seibert's kick is off the play clock on the field house here at Carl Smith Stadium. 7:29 to play in the second quarter. 35 for the Eagles, nothing for the Highland Cavaliers. Eagles on one here in Wise, Virginia. We are back to Smith Stadium after this on the Eagle Sports Network.
Hey folks, Joe Lennon with Ted Russell Nissan. Is it time to upgrade to a newer vehicle? How about an SR 2023 Nissan Altima starting at just $23,988? Nobody can touch that deal, and I mean nobody but Ted Russell Nissan on Kingston Pike. Start number 768-560 and 310-865 pre-owned. Tennessee registered with pay tax, $595 included. Hey folks, Joe Lennon with Ted Russell Nissan. Is it time for you to upgrade to a newer vehicle? How about an SV 2023 Nissan Rogue starting at just $26,988? Nobody can touch that deal, and I mean nobody but Ted Russell Nissan on Kingston Pike. Start number 768-560 and 310-865 pre-owned. Tennessee registered with pay tax, $595 included.
Hello, I'm Gary Braden of Braden Lifestyles Furniture in Turkey Creek. As we look around, we realize how truly blessed we are. However, there are many in our community who are hurting in despair. That is why the Braden's family is proud to announce its annual Braden Cares event. For a donation of $50 to a charity of your choice, you will receive both a Braden Bear and 50% off any piece of furniture in our beautiful showroom. Additionally, everything else is 40% off for this event. And as always, thank you and enjoy the sale.
Well, it's all going Carson-Newman's way here at Carl Smith Stadium. 35-0. Eagles leading UVA Wise with 7:29 to go in the second quarter. A strip sack for Ja'Cory Long, and Major Williams picks up the loose pigskin and takes it officially 40 yards to the house for the second defensive touchdown of the day for Carson-Newman. And now Christian Irwin on to boot of the way to Jalen Jones, who's in the end zone to the right and set to return this kick. Irwin strides forward, strikes it with his left leg. Jones will watch this one bounce in the end zone. And Wise takes over 1st and 10 at its own 25-yard line. Eagle fans, check out Carson-Newman Athletics' official online store at shopseeandeagles.com. It features more than 1,100 products, from T-shirts and polos to phone skins and pet collars. Shopseeandeagles.com, the official online store of the Carson-Newman Eagles. Carson-Newman with 2 defensive touchdowns in this contest. First time that the Eagles have scored 2 non-offensive touchdowns in the same game since Catawba in 2021. That was a loss, but those were all on special teams. Had a punt block return for a touchdown and 2 kickoff returns for touchdowns in that game.
It's one of a great thing that the Eagle defense is doing with Coach Slade is just really not being the same defensive formation, same defensive look. Tight man coverage, off man coverage, zone coverage really has confused UVA Wise.
Jawan Dent back to pass after a delay of game. He's rolling the pocket right, pursued by Corey Clemson, flips it to the right sideline, and it's incomplete to Dorian Goddard at the 25-yard line. Second down, 15 to go for the Cavs. Will Johnson in coverage on that play. 7:18 to go second quarter. 35-0. Carson-Newman the lead on UVA Wise. Eagles defense has produced 2 touchdowns. The offense has taken advantage of 2 short fields and then hit a 83-yard pass to Jalen Washington for a score. Here's a handoff to Lomax left side. He's spun around and gets outside the numbers left side up to the 24-yard line. Mekhi Brown, the first guy there, then Corey Clemson and Jameer Augustine aided him to the ground. A 4-yard gain, 3rd down and 11 to go. Cavs 2 for 8 on 3rd down so far today.
Eagles have done a great job with the front 3 pressure, too. Not many guys rushing the quarterback, but really getting after him with 3 people.
On 3rd and 11, Dent's back to pass. 3-step drop. He's pressured, steps up in the pocket, reverses back along the right hashes, dumps it to Goddard, left sideline, and incomplete. In and out of his hands up at the 27-yard line. He was well shy of the sticks, and Kendall Williams was a yard away from him. But it goes down as an incompletion. And Wise goes 3 and out yet again. Cavs with 85 yards of offense in this one. but really nothing to show for it. They're 6 of 14 through the air for 32 yards, and again, you've given up 2 defensive touchdowns. That's the tale right there for Wise's offensive performance.
And, Adam, they got after the quarterback with 4 people last play.
Markentel will bunt this one away. Williams fields at his 38, makes one man miss. Williams has space. He gets to the 45, reaches the football forward between the hashes, and is brought down at the Cavaliers' 44-yard line. Boyd makes the stop, another quality 18-yard return for Major Williams, and the Eagles have great field position with a 35-0 lead in hand. 6:25 to go in the second quarter, and the Eagles take over 1st and 10 at the Cavalier 44-yard line. Adam Cavalier, David Needs, Andrew Rogers, Dave Clabo, all happy to have you on hand for what has turned into a Carson-Newman point party here at Carl Smith Stadium. 1st and 10 Eagles toward the right hashes at the Wise 44-yard line. Brackett to the left of Whitson in the gun. 2 receivers split to the wide side left. Whitson takes, will hand off Brackett, bruising his way over the right hashes down to the 41-yard line before the run is brought to a halt by a trio of black-clad defenders. Patrick Taylor, the first guy there, and then Nazir Sproul helped finish him off. A 3-yard gain, 2nd and 7.
Yeah, linebackers are playing so far back that sometimes it's hard for the running back to get a read.
2nd down, 7 to go for the Eagles. Right hashes at the Highland Cavalier 41. CN brings Carroll to the short side right. Meeks and Pearson to the wide side left. Meeks back to pass. Going to air it long along the left sideline. Pearson got his right hand to it. Couldn't bring it in. Down at the 6 outside the numbers left side as he came to the ground. Nearly a spectacular grab by Jalon Pearson. Instead, it's 3rd down and 7 to go for the Eagles.
The defender was so late trailing out at him that one of the things that he didn't see, kind of had that last second of vision where it was impaired because the defender was trying to catch up to him and just couldn't keep the ball.
3rd down, 7 to go for the Eagles. Toward the right hashes at the Wise 41. Whitson in the gun, Brackett to his right. Newson and Carroll split to the short side right. Meeks and Sullins to the wide side left. Play clock at 6 as Whitson resets. 3, 2, 1. Whitson takes with the second left. Wise brings pressure. Hit the slant. Carroll middle of the field. Carroll has first down yardage across the 35. Gets to the boundary left side and gets brought down by Whitley inside the 30 down at the 27-yard line. A 14-yard completion to Jeremiah Carroll on the slant. Whitson had pressure in his face. Didn't matter. Got it out of there quick. 1st and 10 Eagles.
Great blitz beater is the shallow cross, and the Eagles really haven't used it since about the 2nd or 3rd game of the season. Great call right there. It's not in the normal lexicon of plays that they call, but that was a great call.
1st and 10 Eagles, left hash at the Wise 27. Double barrels for Zane Whitson out of the gun. He takes the snap, play fake to Brackett, pressured and rolling right. Whitson will dump it to Jaden Sullins, who catches it against his right hip and immediately is brought down by Taylor down at the 25-yard line. Just 2 yards, but it is a positive play as Wise brought pressure. 2nd and 8.
Zane did a great job of getting his shoulders back upfield. A lot of times when you have pressure from the defender, you tend to fade away and the throw gets away from you. He got his shoulders square to the field and was able to put a little bit more strength on the throw and resulted in a completion. 2nd
down. Call it 7 to go. They spot him at the 24-yard line. Right hashes in Cavalier territory with the Eagles leading 35-0, under 4:15 to go in the second quarter. Whitson takes the snap. Will give to Brackett. He's hitting the backfield and dropped for a loss back at the 26-yard line. Jay Simmons was quick into the fray, hit him from behind him, dropped him at the knees for a loss of 2. 3rd down, 9 to go for the Eagles.
Yeah, outside pressure when the motion man moved over, couldn't get where he could seal that off the tackle's side and really created a crease. If you're going in motion right there, you got to be a little bit tighter and break it down quicker.
3rd and 9 to go for the Eagles. Right hashes at the Cavalier 26. Meeks and Sullins split to the wide side left. Carroll to the short side right. Morrison the tight end to the left of the line with Brackett to the left of Whitson in the gun. Whitson takes the snap. Play fake to Brackett. Straight drop. Airs out to the left sideline. That is complete to Jalen Sullins for first down yardage inside the 10, down at the 6-yard line. Jones made the stop. 20 yards through the air to Jalen Sullins, And a first down for the Eagles.
Eagles have been working hard at practice. I went to practice on Wednesday, Adam, watched them a little bit, and one of the things that the Eagles are working on is getting that man all the way across the field. It takes patience.
First and goal from the 6. Whitson will give to Brackett straight ahead. Brackett hop step right. He gets down to the 5, and that's it before Austin Hicks III brings him down. 1 yard gain. Second and goal from the 5. Eagles trying to pad a 35-0 lead with 2:47 to go in the opening half.
Would like to see the Eagles kind of work it outside. They've got so many guys in the box right now that a speed option or something of that ilk would be a great call because there's so many guys in the box and it's man coverage on the outside, so there really isn't that outside pressure isn't there.
Second and goal from the 5. Whitson in the gun, Curtis to his right. Meeks and Sullen split to the short side left. Now Sullen's in motion. There's your option. Pitch to Sullens. He's cut down in the backfield. Back at the 10, though. And a loss of 5. Back to the 10. Well read by Jones. -5. Third and goal.
Yeah, pitched it too early. Pitched it way too early. Got to get out on the defender. Can't run a quarterback sweep to do it. Got to really attack the defender so that guy can't spill out and go cover that guy. It was kind of a quarterback sweep with a quick pitch and just didn't work as effective.
Minute 50 to play, second quarter. 35-0 Eagles leading, facing third and goal from the Wise 10. Curtis to the right of Whitson in the gun. Whitson claps his hands. That wasn't the actual snap count. Now he takes the snap at the chest. Pressured right, Whitson rolls right. Whitson across the 10, across the 5, and ambles out of bounds at the 5. Ushered out by Patrick Taylor. It's a 5-yard gain and fourth and goal from the 5. And on comes the field goal unit with 92 seconds left and a 35-0 lead in hand.
Right call here. The offensive coach in you is a little greedy and would say, but, Coach, if we could get 42 before the half. but the smart call right here is kick the field goal, go up by 38.
And get the football to start the second half.
Exactly.
Seibert on for the try. He's made a field goal in 2 consecutive weeks. Can he make it a third? This is a 22-yard try, and Seibert, no troubles as he lifts it through the uprights and off the scoreboard. Andrew Seibert good from 22, and it's a 38-0 Carson-Newman advantage with 85 seconds left in the first half. We return to Carl Smith Stadium. Eagles up big on the Highland Cavaliers. Back after this on the Eagle Sports Network.
If you're looking for official Eagle merchandise, look no further than the Carson-Newman Bookstore. With a large selection of Carson-Newman gifts and apparel, you're sure to find something to please the entire family. From stuffed eagles to towel sets, sweatshirts, shorts, hats, and slippers, we literally have you covered from head to toe. We have just the item you're looking for no matter what the season. So whether you're an Eagle student, parent, alumni, or fan, shop us for everything orange and blue. Call 865-471-3539 for more information and store hours. We'll see you at the Carson-Newman Bookstore.
Domino's Pizza in Jefferson City has deals for Carson-Newman students. Bring in your valid student ID when you order for pickup or delivery, and Domino's in Jefferson City will give you a steaming hot large one-topping pizza for $4.99. That's a large one-topping pizza for Carson-Newman students for $4.99 at Domino's in Jeff City. Call 865-471-6700 to order. That's 865-471-6700. Domino's, the official pizza of the Carson-Newman Eagles.
Tip station for Carson-Newman football, AM 620, WRJZ Knoxville.
Jones bringing this kickoff out from the 5. He gets across the 20 over the left hashes and meets Isaiah Kane and Cam Ferguson, and they stop him at the 22-yard line. Cavs take over first and 10 from their own 22. Andrew Seibert, a third consecutive week where he's made a field goal, a 22-yard try, caps a 10-play, 39-yard drive that bled 4 minutes and 59 seconds from the clock. And with 74 seconds left in the second quarter, Carson-Newman, the owners of a 38-0 lead over UVA Wise. It has been all Carson-Newman football in this one, outgaining the Cavs $192 to 85, including an impressive 170 yards passing for Zane Whitson, 8 of 10 through the air. Dent, a delayed handoff, will kick to the right side for Gillespie, and Gillespie cuts loose across the 30, breaks a tackle, and still going along the right sideline. And he is finally chased down by Makai Brown in Carson-Newman territory down at the 45-yard line. Give Gillespie a broken play and a 33-yard gain. Longest play from scrimmage for UVA Wise, and the Cavs going quick with under a minute to play and 3 timeouts left. Dent, play fake, and he's just going to chuck this out of bounds. Incomplete to the left sideline. Well, that was interesting. I don't know if it was a wrong play call, and it was a zone read look. A Wise player is hurt on the play. 2nd and 10. I don't think I've ever seen one quite like that. It was zone read, pull it, and Dent immediately rocketed it out of bounds to the Cavaliers sideline here on the near sideline at the 40. I have no idea what occurred there.
Yeah, the sudden hitches from the wide receivers, so it was almost like that was a lot of times you have the receiver just run a route to block the defender. And so it looked like there was just a serious miscue between wide receiver and quarterbacks. Quarterback. Sorry. Not
second quarterback of the day, though.
Yeah.
For UVA Wise. Jake Corkin got the start. He was 6 of 12 through the air for 32 yards, but was strip sacked, fumbled. That went for a scoop and score for the Eagles. He threw a pick 6, threw another interception that set up the Eagles with the short field. And Wise quarterbacks now combined 6 of 15 through the air for 32 yards. Ground game's been more successful. Gillespie, 12 carries for 74 yards, 6.2 yards a touch for him. He's had 2 big gash plays and nothing else. That's really been the tale for Gillespie. 2nd down, 10 to go for the Cavs. Right hash at the Eagle 45, trailing 38-0. Dent from the gun, rolls left, long brings pressure. Dent going to flip it left sideline. Incomplete. The intended target was Daniel Davis down at the 28, but Kendall Williams and Jackson Ward had him covered up. Dent threw a touch high, too. Really tough catch for Daniel Davis to make, and it's 3rd and 10. Serving East Tennessee for 40 years, Magaha Electric is the perfect choice for all your electrical projects. Visit MagahaElectric.com for all your electrical contracting needs. Magaha Electric, your East Tennessee electrical contracting source. 3rd and 10 Cavs, right hash at the Carson-Newman 45. Dent from the gun, takes the snap, rolls left, has time, hit as he throws, short, incomplete to the left sideline down at the 40. Davis, the intended target again. Kendall Williams in coverage, and David Alexander, the guy that smashed Dent from behind as he threw it. It's 4th and 10.
Yeah, teams have tried to work against the Eagles, and when you have a lot of time, you can go to the flat. When your quarterback is moving and can't get his feet set, that is not where you want to go to the flat, because a lot of times your weight is opposite where you want to throw, and that throw can take off. And that's what we saw right there, is a throw that just can't be on target because the quarterback can't ever get squared for a long throw for a short distance.
Jake Marcantel has been a busy boy today. He's on to punt for the 5th time this half. Snap comes back. Marcantel receives. Gets off a high hanger toward the right sideline. Jerron Newson grabbed it. He gets upended in the end zone. Did he get out of the end zone? No signal yet. Cavaliers are calling for a safety as Newson bobbled it. Then his catch carried him into the end zone. And still no signal from the officials. He's either down at the 1-inch line or it's a safety, and they're going to say down at the 1-inch line. Well, there's the first miscue of the day for Carson-Newman trying to make a play on that punt inside the 10. And the Eagles 1st and 10 with 26 seconds left from their own 1. Pretty tough to take a kneel down from this position.
It is. You're going to have to, and almost difficult to go from the shotgun. Almost have to run the wedge play right here, Adam, just to know that you're going to get it and then run out the clock for the half.
Whitson is in the pistol. This is interesting. Wise does have 3 timeouts left. Down 38-0. Now Whitson's under center. Whitson, quarterback sneak, gets a yard up to the 3. Yeah, spot him at the 4, and that can be the final play of the half. If nobody burns a timeout, and I think both teams are content to let the clock run dry. All Carson-Newman in the first half, 38-0. Eagles up at the break over UVA Wise, a 7-point improvement from last year when the Eagles led 31-0. On homecoming at the halftime break, David Needs questions of how the Eagles would handle the noon kick on the road. with aplomb is the answer.
Great word, Adam. I'll tell you what. The Eagles have done not just the big things this game, because we see the splash plays, but the little things. The defensive front putting pressure on the quarterback. Offensive line trying to open up holes, but giving the quarterback a lot of time to run cross-field patterns. Just Christian Irwin's kickoffs that have put UVA Wise in a bad way early on. Those little things have added up to big things, and the big things are what the Eagles have been able to run 38 points on the board for.
You got 2 defensive touchdowns, a Will Johnson pick 6, a Major Williams scoop and score, and the 7th longest passing play in school history, an 83-yard touchdown completion from Zane Whitson to Jalen Washington. Everything breaking Carson-Newman's way here at Carl Smith Stadium. 38-0. Eagles lead the Cavs at the break. The shopseeandeagles.com halftime report heads your way when we come back after these messages on the Eagle Sports Network.
The number one source for Carson-Newman athletics gear is shopseeandeagles.com, where you can find gear from Adidas, Columbia, Nike, and Under Armour. Shirts, jerseys, sweatshirts, shorts, pants, hats, and scarves. ShopSeeAndEagles.com is your source for everything CN. You can even show your school spirit on your smartphone or tablet. All of your game day essentials can be found in one place. ShopSeeAndEagles.com.
How do you know you're in a community, not just a town? Well, strangers smile as they walk by. They refill your coffee without you asking. And when you ask directions, people offer to walk you there. Communities give more. The way you know when you walk into First Bank that you are in a real community bank. Great products, direct access to your local bankers, and relationships that can last a lifetime. Don't just have an account. Have a community with First Bank. Member FDIC.
Touchdown, Carson-Newman! More great Carson-Newman memories are headed your way in 60 seconds on the Eagle Sports Network.
For longer when you visit your local Michelin dealer, Fleet Tire, for a set of Michelin Defender tires. Michelin is the brand drivers turn to for tire options that deliver a safe, quiet, and comfortable ride. Fleet Tire, Woodland Avenue, exit 1B, Knoxville. Based on internal wet braking results versus Goodyear, Assurance, Comfort Tread tires, and third-party wear test results versus Continental ProTrack tires with Eco Plus. See manufacturer's limited warranty book for details. Fleet Tire, Woodland Avenue.
It's halftime on the Eagles Sports Network. Highlights, a check of the shopcneagles.com scoreboard, and stats are headed your way.
Straight ahead! Touchdown! Carson-Newman!
Now let's head back to the field. Here's the voice of the Eagles, Adam Cavalier.
All right, back at Carl Smith Junior Stadium. It is a dandy of a first half of football for Carson-Newman. Eagles scored 28 points in a quarter for the first time since 2019 in October, and roll to a 38-0 halftime lead over UVA Wise. Everything breaking Carson-Newman's way. And to tell you how we got here, here's Andrew Rogers.
Thanks, Adam. If you missed out on the first play of the game, you missed a lot. Will Johnson, 16-yard pick 6. He jumped the route to get Carson-Newman on the board just 17 seconds into the game.
Lined up as a wing back to the left of the line. 2 wide receivers to the wide side right. Corcoran out of the gun. Corcoran throws quickly. Left side. That is intercepted. A pick at the 5. A pick running to the end zone. He's in. Touchdown. Carson-Newman. Will Johnson. A pick 6 on the first play from scrimmage. And the Eagles have a 6-0 lead 17 seconds in.
Carson-Newman's defense with the big play, and then on the ensuing drive, forced a 3 and out, or got an interception on that next series as well. The first 2 drives were ended by Carson-Newman interceptions and set up the Eagles with a 17 yards away to get in the end zone, and 3 plays later, Tyler Curtis with a 6-yard touchdown run to make it 14-0 Carson-Newman.
Whitson from the gun takes the snap. They give it to Curtis straight ahead. Curtis will waltz in. Touchdown. Carson-Newman. Virtually untouched Tyler Curtis And the Eagles have a 13-0 lead with 11:38 to play in the first quarter. 6 yards for Tyler Curtis straight up the gut. His 8th touchdown this season. He's now tied for the league lead.
Eagles defense continued to put up a solid performance in this first quarter, and the offense followed suit. This time it was the passing attack that got going. Zane Whitson to Jerron Newson, a 33-yard touchdown to cap a 47-yard drive, and the score was 21-0 with 4.5 left in the first.
Whitson out of the gun. Takes the snap at the waist. Whitson going to air long. Wide open. Jerron Newson along the left sideline. He snares it at the 2 and strolls in. Touchdown, Carson-Newman. Zane Whitson finds Jerron Newson for a score for a second consecutive week. A 33-yard touchdown connection, and the Eagles have put up 20 in the first quarter with 4:36 to go in the opening frame.
Carson-Newman capped the first quarter scoring with another long pass play. Broken coverage by UVA Wise secondary, and Zane Whitson took advantage, finding Jalen Washington for an 83-yard touchdown pass. The second play on that drive went to the house to make it 28-0 Carson-Newman.
In the gun, Whitson rolls right, going to throw long. Has Jalen Washington wide open, comes back and catches it at the 50. Washington on his horse along the left sideline. He has burned his defender. Washington is all the way home. Touchdown, Carson-Newman. 83 yards from Zane Whitson to Jalen Washington. And Washington's first touchdown catch is one of the longest passing plays in school history. Eagles have put up 27 in the first quarter, leading 27-0 with 26 seconds left in the opening frame.
The defense went back to work in the second quarter, scoring a second defensive touchdown in that first half. This time it was Major Williams off of Ja'Cory Long's strip sack. Major Williams came up with the football, took it 40 yards to the house, and with 7.5 left in the second quarter, it was 35-0 Carson-Newman.
Corcoran back to pass, 3-step drop, pressured. He's grabbed. Corcoran lost the football. Major Williams grabbed it. Williams steps free along the left sideline. Major Williams, nothing but clear Virginia mountain air in front of him. He scores. Touchdown, Carson-Newman. Major Williams, a 35-yard scoop and score on the strip sack. And Carson-Newman has its second defensive touchdown of the day. 34-0 Eagles leading with 7:29 to play in the second quarter.
The Eagles defense did an excellent job to halt the UVA Wise offense once again to shut out the Highland Cavaliers in the opening half, and then went on a long drive, a 5-minute drive that went 39 yards and was capped off by an Andrew Seibert field goal to cap an impressive and dominant first half from Carson-Newman to make the score 38-0.
Seibert on for the try. He's made a field goal in 2 consecutive weeks. Can he make it a third? This is a 22-yard try, and Seibert no troubles as he lifts it through the uprights and off the scoreboard. Andrew Seibert good from 22.
That capped the scoring, and Carson-Newman has the 38-0 advantage at the half. A couple of defensive touchdowns, a couple of passing touchdowns, a rushing touchdown, and a field goal to make up for the Eagles' 38 points. Magaha Electric is the perfect choice for all your electrical projects. Visit MagahaElectric.com for all your electrical contracting needs. Magaha Electric, your East Tennessee electrical contracting source. We'll take a break here on the ShopSeenEagles.com halftime report. When we get back, we'll take a look around the South Atlantic Conference. A bunch of games getting ready to kick off here at 1 o'clock, and we'll catch up on some of those that are underway or about to get underway after these messages right here on the Eagles Sports Network.
Looking to make your home more comfortable and affordable? Maybe a new electric heat pump or new attic insulation? And don't forget new doors and windows. AEC is here to help. We've got a quality contractor network, easy financing, and ANC inspects every job to assure the highest quality satisfaction. Visit our website at aecoop.org for application, contractor list, and more details. AEC. We're power with purpose.
Dorm food got you down? Need a home-cooked meal? Then Lisa's Country Kitchen is for you. Lisa's Country Kitchen has been feeding Carson-Newman students for 15 years. Lisa's has a family-friendly atmosphere all day long. From the morning with her $2.99 breakfast specials to dinner with Lisa's fresh, never-frozen steaks. Carson-Newman students get a 10% discount with their student ID.
Lisa's Country Kitchen on Route 92 off Old Andrew Johnson Highway. The best food for the best prices.
A check of the ShopCNEagles.com sack scoreboard is next. This is the Eagles Sports Network.
As our way of thanking veterans and active duty service members, Knoxville TVA Employees Credit Union will bump up all certificate account rates by 0.25% APY and discount personal or auto loan rates by 0.25% APR for the month of November. Thank you for your service. Learn more at tvacreditunion.com. Federally insured by NCUA. Military ID required. Effective through November 30th, 2023. Ask for details.
Join us now.
Hey folks, Gerald Anderson with Ted Russell Nissan. Is it time to upgrade to a newer vehicle? How about an SR 2023 Nissan Altima starting at just $23,988? Nobody can touch that deal, and I mean nobody but Ted Russell Nissan on Kingston Pike. Start number 768-560 and 310-865 pre-owned. Tennessee registered with pay tax, $595 included. Hey folks, Gerald Anderson with Ted Russell Nissan. Is it time for you to upgrade to a newer vehicle? How about an SV 2023 Nissan Rogue starting at just $26,988? Nobody can touch that deal, and I mean nobody but Ted Russell Nissan on Kingston Pike. Start number 768-560 and 310-865 pre-owned. Tennessee registered with pay tax, $595 included.
All right, the Eagles Sports Network is a part of SAC Live, the official digital network of the South Atlantic Conference. SAC Live is the home of all your South Atlantic Conference sports action, including 20 SAC championships. Time to get caught up with some SACtion. Here are the happenings around the South Atlantic Conference and the nation. Let's go around the league with a ShopCNEagles.com scoreboard update. Now back to the field.
All right, Andrew Rogers back here high atop Carl Smith Jr. Stadium. It's 38-0 Carson-Newman over UVA Wise. Let's give you the ShopCNEagles.com SAC scoreboard. Eagle fans, check out Carson-Newman Athletics official online store at ShopCNEagles.com. It features more than 1,100 products from T-shirts and polos to phone skins and pet collars. ShopCNEagles.com, the official online store of the Carson-Newman Eagles. Mars Hill on the board first against the Pioneers of Tusculum. It's 7-0 with 5:04 to go in the first quarter. Lions get a 9-yard touchdown run to kick things off 4 minutes in. Mars Hill ranked number 25 now, off to a good start, trying to clinch a championship game matchup next week. Wingate 7-0 lead over Newberry. That one just underway. Brooks Bentley to Jacob Polite to get things rolling 6 minutes in for the Bulldogs over the Wolves early on in that matchup. Emory and Henry and Erskine 9 minutes in. Both teams with a touchdown on the board at 7-7 with 6:11 left in the first quarter. Those are the three games in progress. One that'll kick off in the next 40 minutes. Lenore Ryan hosting Catawba. Win for the Bears. Win. And they are into the South Atlantic Conference Championship game. Lenore Ryan and Catawba at 2 o'clock. The week wraps up with Barton hosting Limestone at 6 o'clock. Those are your scores at the half right, for the rest of the day. First quarter scores, Erskine and Emory and Henry tied at 7. Mars Hill 7-0 lead over Tusculum. And Wingate ahead of Newberry. It's 7-0. We'll take one more break here on the ShopCNEagles.com halftime report, and we'll let you know what the soccer teams are up to later today as they kick off postseason play. That much more to come with Carson-Newman ahead 38-0 on UVA Wise. We're back for one more break after this on the Eagles Sports Network.
Quality Suites of Morristown, the preferred hotel choice of the Eagles. Call 423-585-4000 for the Carson-Newman rate. Quality Suites of Morristown, the preferred hotel choice of the Eagles. Call 423-585-4000 for the Carson-Newman rate. Quality Suites of Morristown, the preferred hotel choice of the Eagles. Call 423-585-4000 for the Carson-Newman rate. Quality Suites of Morristown, the preferred hotel choice of the Eagles. Call 423-585-4000 for the Carson-Newman rate. Quality Suites of Morristown, the preferred hotel choice of the Eagles.
Serving East Tennessee for 40 years, Magaha Electric is the perfect choice for all your electrical projects. Magaha Electric specializes in commercial, retail, manufacturing, residential, and industrial contracting needs. Magaha Electric can provide superior service, technical know-how, and realistic budgeting for any size project in a timely, cost-effective manner. Visit MagahaElectric.com for all your electrical contracting needs. Magaha Electric, your East Tennessee electrical contracting source.
Derek Evans, 79 yards on the first play from scrimmage.
You found the home of Carson-Newman football on the Eagles Sports Network.
Hello, I'm Gary Braden of Braden's Lifestyles Furniture in Turkey Creek. As we look around, we realize how truly blessed we are. However, there are many in our community who are hurting in despair. That is why the Braden's family is proud to announce its annual Braden Cares event. For a donation of $50 to a charity of your choice, you will receive both a Braden Bear and 50% off any piece of furniture in our beautiful showroom. Additionally, everything else is 40% off for this event. And as always, thank you and enjoy the sale.
Andrew Rogers back here high atop Carl Smith Jr. Stadium. 38-0 Carson-Newman over UVA Wise. Eagles in control as we inch closer to the start of the second half. Plenty going on the first Saturday in the month of November for Carson-Newman Athletics. The cross-country teams were in action earlier today. Women's team finishes 9th. Men's team finishes 15th earlier today. The soccer teams kick off postseason play later today. The men's team will be at Wingate. Top-seeded Wingate welcomes Carson-Newman to town for a 3:30 matchup in the SAC quarterfinals. The women's team is at Anderson, South Carolina, for a quarterfinal road matchup with the Anderson Trojans. Carson-Newman ahead here, 38-0, trying to continue to pitch a shutout into the second half. Adam Cavalier and David Needs take you through the second half after these messages on the Eagles Sports Network.
Since 1916, a lot of independent agents have recommended auto owner's insurance, and a lot of parents have taken that recommendation to heart. So have a lot of their children, and grandchildren, and great-grandchildren. As we celebrate our first 100 years, Auto Owners Insurance thanks all those who have put their trust in us, and all the generations who will.
Domino's Pizza in Jefferson City and Morristown wants to help feed your business. When you're hungry at lunch, show your business card at Domino's in Jefferson City and Morristown when you make your purchase for pickup or delivery to get 25% off the entire order. That's 25% off your order at Domino's in Jeff City and Morristown when you show your business card. Call 865-471-6700 to get a pizza. Domino's, the official pizza of the Carson-Newman Eagles.
The home run hitter to Dorian Miller, 70 yards.
This is Carson-Newman football on the Eagles Sports Network.
Drive safer longer when you visit your local Michelin dealer, Fleet Tire, for a set of Michelin Defender tires. Michelin is the brand drivers turn to for tire options that deliver a safe, quiet, and comfortable ride. Fleet Tire, Woodland Avenue, exit 1B, Knoxville. Based on internal wet braking results versus Goodyear Assurance Comfort Tread tires and third-party wear test results versus Continental ProTrack tires with Eco Plus. See manufacturer's limited warranty book for details. Fleet Tire, Woodland Avenue.
As our way of thanking veterans and active duty service members, Knoxville TVA Employees Credit Union will bump up all certificate account rates by 0.25% APY and discount personal or auto loan rates by 0.25% APR for the month of November. Thank you for your service. Learn more at tvacreditunion.com. Federally insured by NCUA. Military ID required. Effective through November 30th, 2023. Ask for details.
Join us now.
All right, back here at Carl Smith Stadium. Adam Cavalier, David Needs, Andrew Rogers, happy to have you on hand. Hospitality, top notch here at UVA Wise. Great pizza situation. We've got ourselves a box of breadsticks. If my voice sounds funny, that's why. Got caught with some dough in my mouth coming back from break. David Needs, tough to improve upon that first half of football.
No, it's the kind of half you can enjoy breadsticks with because it was an enjoyable first half from the Eagles. Eagles did a great job of getting pressure on the quarterback and then had secondary in good position because of the pressure. Throws that the Eagles were able to step under. Great scouting report. You could see the Eagles just really jumping on routes. And that's one of those things that you can capitalize on when you get great film study and you got defensive coaches that are prepared. On offense, just the great patience, Adam, that you look for from a quarterback that is continuing to get better each week and just letting some long drag crossing routes set up and getting the ball out of your hand. And look, hey, complete them. Don't make a mistake because they're wide open.
I think the thing that you'd like to see here in the second half is a nice, long, sustained drive. Eagles have hit short, gotten the benefit of some short fields. Right. They've hit some big plays. They're granted probably only one or two real opportunities to have a sustained drive in that first half. And I guess the field goal and the 5-minute possession there toward the end of that first half was your lone scoring drive. But would love to see some vintage Carson-Newman football moments for a game where the Eagles have struggled to move the ball on the ground, just 1.5 yards a carry. Hasn't really come into play yet.
Right.
You'd like to see the Eagles improve upon that.
And Wise has been patient so far about trying to keep guys in the box, trying to play the linebackers back to stop the Eagle run. Eagle run looked so effective last week, and so do you get to that place and you get to a place where you can run the ball, that's where they're going to commit to stop. But it's opened up the passing game for the Eagles, and that's been important.
Marcantel is on to kickoff. He'll put an end-over-end kick down to the goal line, and Tyree Nelson will bring it out to the 15, to the 20, splitting the hashes. Is across the 25, bounces it over the left hashes up to the 30, and is brought down from behind up at the 31-yard line. 31-yard return for Tyree Nelson. Boyd made the stop. Good field position for the Eagles to start the second half with a 38-0 lead in hand.
Yeah, Adam, you mentioned the word vintage a second ago. This is what the Eagles need right here. A vintage, take about 6 minutes off the clock kind of drive, get up 45-0, and really get a place where you can play some of the guys that have made the trip up here with you and get a chance to evaluate them.
Too wide to the short side left, Carroll to the wide side right. Whitson takes the snap. Counter to the left side, Ferguson steps through a tackle in the backfield. 2 flags fly. Ferguson brought down outside the left side numbers by Hines from the rear. It's a 4-yard gain should it stand, but 2 flags came in the backfield in the area of a hold.
Eagles need to just have played pretty mistake-free in the first half, and that's part of the reason that it's 38-0. Just don't need to make little mistakes here right now. Be aware of your situation, 38-0. Notice that UVA Wise is a little chippy here coming out in the second half. Don't do anything silly.
A block below the waist on Tyree Nelson.
On the defense. Yeah.
All right. UVA Wise does not have a 7 listed on it. On its check that. Jimmy Simmons would be your the double numbers fouling things up. So march it up to the 46-yard line after all of that. So 1st and 10 Eagles. Left hashes at their own 46. Whitson out of the gun. Morrison, the tight end to the right of the line, brings Sullins in motion. Whitson takes, option, left side. Whitson keeps it. He's across midfield, slides down feet first. Took a lick from Taylor in the boundary left side in Wise territory at the 49, but that was one of those bang-bang slides. Regardless, it's a 5-yard gain to bring up 2nd and 5. Good option read for Zane Whitson.
Yeah, fooled me right there because I had eyes on the running back, and the running back had a great – it gashed it. but it was a great pull and read. It worked out well for the Eagles.
2nd and 5 for the Eagles. Left hash at the Cavalier 49. Wise comes into the neutral zone. And Carson-Newman's offensive line quick to point and say, hey, I got touched. Fletcher Gibson is jumping up and down in celebration as he said, hey, that was me. I drew that guy off. 5 yards and a first down. Eagles have it at the Cavalier 44.
As the father of an offensive lineman, the little things that make those guys happy is amazing.
It's a different breed if you're an offensive lineman. 1st and 10. Eagles, left hash at the Cavalier 44. You got Sullins and Ferguson, double barrels in the backfield. Newson and Carroll split to the wide side right, and Cade Meeks to the short side left. Whitson takes the snap at the waist. We'll give to Sullins, right side. Sullins sprinting free, shake and bake. Left, right, back left. He's across the 40, across the 35, and brought down by Jones over the right hashes, down at the 33-yard line. 11 yards for Jaden Sullins, and a first down for the Eagles. Carson-Newman's ground game starting to come to life on this drive.
Yeah, quick feet right there from Jaden. You want to see him tuck that ball away because it was hanging out there a couple times. But great sudden change, shift the feet, put the foot down, and then run.
2 minutes into the third quarter, Carson-Newman a 38-0 lead on their opening possession of the second half. 3 wide set, Carroll to the short side right, Meeks and Newson to the wide side left. On 1st and 10, Whitson back to pass. Whitson unloading, long, left sideline. Newson, jump ball, comes back, got his hands to it, down at the 7, incomplete. Jones in coverage. Jones turns his head, he might have a chance at a pick against Newson, but Newson had to come back for it. Was leaping into the air. I don't know that he would have gotten his feet down had he come down with the ball in hand. So 2nd and 10 for the Eagles after the incompletion.
Yeah, young wide receivers need to learn at a place. When you got a guy that's reading you, if you slow down a little bit and then restart, sometimes you'll get them to run through you, or throw the hands a little bit early, get them to run through to try and break up the pass, and you can draw PI on a throw that was a little late.
Sullins in motion to the wide side left. Whitson takes. We'll give to Ferguson left side. Ferguson bruises his way between the hashes down to the 32-yard line. Just a yard before Brub Hines got his hands on him. 3rd down, 9 to go for the Eagles. 38-0 lead in hand with 12:26 to play in the third quarter, and Wise with a player shaken up. InterDigital strives to be a leading provider of cutting-edge digital and marketing solutions. Visit interdigital.com for IT support, web development, virtual tours, graphic design, internet marketing, mobile app, and film production services. InterDigital, they are laser-focused on your success. Well, we are doing a touch of scoreboard watching today. Really, at the end of the day, as long as Lenore Rhine beats Catawba, no other scenarios can come into play, and the Eagles would play Catawba in the regular season finale. But if it's Mars Hill versus Limestone for the SAC championship next week, then the Eagles are no longer playing Catawba in the regular season finale. The Eagles would instead get the Wingate Bulldogs. So, really, either Tusculum needs to come back and beat Mars Hill down 7-0 at the start of the second quarter, or Lenore Rhine needs to handle its business against Catawba in a game that will start at 2 p.m. for Carson-Newman's scheduled opponent to remain the same in the regular season finale. So something to consider as we watch things moving forward in this game. Always weird how it has to shake out because of the title game. And to the league office's credit, they do try to avoid repeat matchups, and that's why the Eagles could see Wingate in the title game instead of
just as long as we don't have to go to Wingate. I don't care. I don't care.
Yeah, no, it is at Berktar Stadium. 3rd down, 9 to go. Carroll in motion across the formation. The give is straight ahead to Cam Ferguson. Ferguson, nice shimmy, nice shake across the 25. He's got the first down and tripped up by Patrick Taylor down at the 19-yard line. 13-yard tote for Cam Ferguson on the play straight up the gut.
Yeah, the old Washington Redskins counter tray right there. Eagle fans from old days, the seldom used 54 in the playbook. But that was what the Eagles needed right there. Just get north and south and motion kind of move some linebackers around, and the Eagles were able to get north and south for really the first time today.
1st and 10 Eagles, right hashes at the Cavalier 19. Double barrel shotgun for Zane Whitson. He'll take, play fake to Ferguson. Whitson throwing right side of the end zone. Cade Meeks. Meeks bumped. He grabs it. Did he get his feet down? Yes, he did. Touchdown, Carson-Newman. Zane Whitson's 3rd touchdown pass of the day finds Cade Meeks his 6th receiving touchdown of the season and his 1st that is traverses fewer than 20 yards this year. A 19-yard haul puts the Eagles in front 44-0 with 11:20 to play in the 3rd quarter.
Well, 4 minutes almost off the clock, Adam, and we were hoping for 6, but great job, great mixing it up.
Seibert's PAT, it's off the netting in front of the field house, and it's a 45-0 lead for the Eagles with 11:20 to go in the 3rd quarter. We return to Carl Smith Stadium. Eagles utter domination on the road, up 45-0 on the Highland Cavaliers. We're back after this on the Eagles Sports Network.
Hey folks, Gerald Anderson with Ted Russell Nissan. Is it time to upgrade to a newer vehicle? How about an SR 2023 Nissan Altima starting at just $23,988? Nobody can touch that deal, and I mean nobody but Ted Russell Nissan on Kingston Pike. Start number 768-560 and 310-865 pre-owned. Tennessee registered with pay tax, $595 included. Hey folks, Gerald Anderson with Ted Russell Nissan. Is it time for you to upgrade to a newer vehicle? How about an SV 2023 Nissan Rogue starting at just $26,988? Nobody can touch that deal, and I mean nobody but Ted Russell Nissan on Kingston Pike. Start number 768-560 and 310-865 pre-owned. Tennessee registered with pay tax, $595 included.
Hello, I'm Gary Braden of Braden's Lifestyles Furniture in Turkey Creek. As we look around, we realize how truly blessed we are. However, there are many in our community who are hurting and despair. That is why the Braden's family is proud to announce its annual Braden Cares event. For a donation of $50 to a charity of your choice, you will receive both a Braden Bear and 50% off any piece of furniture in our beautiful showroom. Additionally, everything else is 40% off for this event. And as always, thank you and enjoy the sale.
Adam Cavalier, David Needs, happy to have you alongside. As Carson-Newman's built a 45-0 lead on the Cavs with 11:20 to play in the 3rd quarter. 7 plays, 69 yards, 3:30 off the clock on that possession for the Eagles. And Christian Irwin has it teed up to boot it to Jalen Jones, who will track this one down at his 3 over the numbers left side. Jones started right, back to the left. He's across the 20, cut back right to the 25, gets up to the 30, where he's chopped down by Isaac Boliber toward the left sideline up at the 32-yard line. Quality little 30-yard return that time for Jalen Jones. And Wise takes over with its best starting field position of the day. 11:10 to play in the 3rd quarter. And Carson-Newman leading 45-0. 1st and 10 Cavs from its own 32-yard line.
Okay, you want to see the defense continue. The offense showed the last series that they clearly have the tempo that they're from the first half still there. Let's see the defense do the same.
Trips to the wide side right for Jawan Dent. Takes the snap and hands off straight ahead to Gillespie, and Gillespie gets 3 yards before the pile stacks him up over the left hashes to the 35-yard line. Again, a 3-yard gain, 2nd and 7. Ja'Cory Long, Champ Baker, Justin Triplett, Jaheim Wilson. Pick somebody.
Yes.
They were in on that stop. It's 2nd down and 7 to go for the Cavs.
Yeah, my program building class, they all sit next to each other, so there is a solid row. in my class, and UVA Wise is finding out how big those guys really are right there.
Do they fit the desks?
No, they do not.
Dent will give to Gillespie again straight ahead, again into the teeth of the defense, and again Jaheim Wilson, again Justin Triplett, again Ja'Cory Long, all in on the stop, another 3-yard gain up to the 38-yard line, and it's 3rd and 4 for the Cavs.
You know, Adam, one of the things that we don't get a chance to talk about is hurry-up offense, but the quality of these young men too for the Eagles. So a lot of them even worked the FCA banquet, the area-wide FCA banquet. Just went from practice to cover there. Just great quality men that Mike Clowney is developing.
3rd down, 4 to go. Pretty good camera operators too.
Yes, that's right. Invested.
Yeah. Dent on 3rd and 4. Back to pass. Pressured. Escapes to the right. Dent flipping on the run. It is incomplete. The intended target was Gillespie. It bounced off the small of Christian Hicks' back down at the 45, and that's one of the odder pass breakups that you'll get credited for. But it's an incompletion. Eagles defense does the job with another 3 and out.
Yeah, NFL, pass interference. College football, great defense. But if you're going to be a linebacker and you're chasing the receiver or the running back, that's what you got to do is you got to stay right on them.
Marcantel on to punt it away. Major Williams back at his own 28 to receive it. Marcantel nearly got it blocked, but Williams will catch it at the 25 left hashes. Williams across the 35 and 40, stays on his feet left sideline, and still going. Williams thought he stepped out of bounds, turned loose to the 38, sprints back to the 40, and let's see where the spot is. Nehemiah McCoy lost his helmet on the play. He'll have to exit and put him down at the 38-yard line. Major Williams having a dandy of a day, returning punts for the Eagles. This one goes for 37 yards and puts the Eagles with a 45-0 lead and 9:42 to play in the 3rd quarter with 1st and 10 from the Highland Cavalier. Oh, no, there's a flag on the play. The flag was back along Carson-Newman's sideline, so it's not great starting field position for Carson-Newman. Still okay, but this is going to be essentially a no gain on the return for Major Williams. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Eagles from their own 28-yard line instead of the Wise 38-yard line.
Hey, you want to see the Eagles again, all right? It's 45-0. You've driven the ball. Most of the 3rd quarter is starting to evaporate, but can you consistently score and chew up clock?
Whitson in the gun with Curtis to his right. 2 receivers to the wide side right. Whitson takes on 1st and 10. Play fake to Curtis. Throws a screen right side. Jalen Washington. He grabs it and is immediately slammed down in the backfield by Whitley back at the 27-yard line. A loss of 1 on the play, and it's 2nd down and 11 to go.
Yeah, that's a hard that quick bubble or tunnel that a lot of people look at over there. If you don't get that corner blocked, it shows up in a heartbeat. And in that situation, because it threw it to the outside receiver, the inside guy has to really make that block on the corner. And the block wasn't made, and get to be on somebody's highlight film instead.
2nd down, 11 to go for the Eagles. Left hashes at their own 27 with a 45-0 lead in hand. Whitson faked clapping his hands. Now takes the snap at the waist. The give is straight ahead to Tyler Curtis. Curtis, not much running room for him over the left hashes. Able to submarine his way up to the 29-yard line before Derek Wilson brings him down. Just a 2-yard gain, 3rd down and 9 to go for the Eagles. Carson-Newman started 1 for 4 on 3rd downs, but they've converted on their last 3. Now 4 for 7 on the day.
Yeah, Wise's running backs are pluggers, Adam, so that's why a lot of times the Eagles are getting about a 1-yard gain, and then those linebackers fill.
3rd down, 9 to go for the Eagles. Left hashes at their own 28-yard line. 45-0 lead in hand with 8:15 to go in the 3rd quarter. 3 receivers set, 2 bunch to the wide side right. Whitson back to pass, 5-step drop, pressured, escaped for a moment, paused, and then got sacked back at the 18-yard line. Patrick Taylor shoots through and sacks Whitson for a loss of 11 back at the 18, and the Eagles' offense goes 3 and out.
Yeah, a little stagnant right there from the Eagles. Really, Wise did a great job in coverage. Knew that something like that was coming. A lot of times that's why coaches you'll say, well, why do they go with the draw or the screen? It's because the pressure that was coming, and right there the pressure came from Wise and really had the Eagle receivers locked up, and the quarterback didn't have anything. Smart, eat the ball, don't throw it away, and get a punt and change the field position a little bit.
All right, Andrew Seibert on to boot it away. Snap comes back. Seibert scoots it up. Gets it off with his right leg. Davis will watch it bounce at the 50. It hit a Carson-Newman player as it landed. And the Eagles will down this at the 36-yard line, but you're going to get illegal touching on, I think, Luke Myers at the 48-yard line. And that's where the Cavs will take over 1st and 10 at their own 48-yard line. Literally, ball clipped Myers as it was landing, and the Cavs take over best field position of the day, trailing 45-0. 1st and 10 UVA Wise with 7:02 to play in the third from its own 48-yard line. Jawan Dent remains in the game at quarterback. Takes the snap, going to throw a backward pass to Hall right side. It's complete. He gets up to midfield in the boundary right side where he is stampeded by Jet Jones and Dedrick McClain. A gain of 2, and it's 2nd and 8.
Adam, one of the things that drives coaches crazy are little mistakes that magnify. Just that hold on the punt return for the Eagles changed the field position, changed how the Eagles are. And so instead of UVA Wise, where the Eagles having another chance to score or pinning them deep, now they're at midfield just because of one penalty kind of changing the flow.
On 2nd and 8, Dent will give to Hall up the middle. He spins around, breaks free of a tackle, and he's cut loose across the 40 and 30. Hall stumbles over the sack logo. Tripped up from behind by Kendall Williams down at the 25-yard line. A 25-yard gain gives the Cavs 1st and 10 from the Carson-Newman 25. UVA Wise quickly on top of the football. Trailing 45-0, 6 minutes to play in the third. Dent in the gun. Hall to his right. Give to Hall again. Hall poking his way straight ahead. Corey Clemson, the first guy there, grabbed him at the waist and dragged him down over the right hashes, down at the 23-yard line, a 2-yard gain for 2nd and 8.
A lot of offensive coordinators love to feed it to the hot hand, but when you've had a long run like that, a lot of times the running back is just is a little winded. I think that's what happened to Wise right there. 2nd and 8
for the Cavs from the Eagle 23. Give us to Hall right side, pokes his way off right tackle, down to the 22-yard line for a yard before he's trapped by Martavis Mason and Dedrick McClain. Again, just a yard gain, 3rd down, and 7 to go for UVA Wise. Cavs 2 for 11 on 3rd downs in this game.
Definitely 4-down territory. If there ever was a 4-down territory, this is 4-down territory for them. So see if they try and go with a little bit here and then try and get it on 2 plays.
3rd down, 7 to go. Dent in the gun, 4 receivers set, 2 each way, wide side to the left. Hall off of Dent's left hip. Dent takes the shotgun snap at the waist, steps up in the pocket, hit from behind by Ja'Cory Long, sheds him and stays alive. Dent dumps complete to Hall for 1st down yardage at the 20. Shifty move inside the 15 and brought down by Mekhi Brown in the boundary left side down at the 10. 12 yards on a broken play. Dent able to absorb the contact from Ja'Cory Long and avoid the sack. Wise picks up the 1st down. It's 1st and goal from the 10.
Yeah, a lot of times rushers, you see that quarterback and you got a shot at him. You try and take that knockout shot when really all you have to do is contain him in a situation like that, and you have the play made.
Dent will give to Hall left side. Hall got spun around, lost it, gathered it back, and loses a yard back to the 11. David Alexander, Major Williams, and Jake Cottle all stopped that one. -1 at 2nd and goal.
Yeah, Eagle defense is moving, Adam. It's given up a couple little chunk plays here on this drive, but still making sure that they're just chewing the clock up, giving nothing easy to Wise to get into the end zone.
3:34 to play, 3rd quarter, 45-0, Carson-Newman the lead. 2nd and goal from the 11 for the Cavs. Dent, wide snap, picks it up. He's just going to chuck it back out of the end zone, incomplete. Dent dropped the snap, broken play. Ja'Cory Long was bearing down on him, and he just rockets it out of the back of the end zone for an incompletion. 3rd and goal from the 11. They say no intentional grounding for the record.
There wasn't anybody close. I think that red building behind the goalpost is the lacrosse building. That was the closest receiver on that play.
I've never seen a building catch a pass, David Gaines.
That's who the throw was to, though.
Off the roof.
Yeah.
Off the roof. 3:20 to play, 3rd quarter. 3rd and goal for the Cavs from the Eagle 11. Dent back to pass out of the gun. Has time, pressured from behind. This time, Ja'Cory Long will not let him loose. Long brings him down between the hashes, back at the 16. A blindside smash, and it's 4th and goal.
Well, you and I said 4 down territory. They're lining up to kick a field goal, Adam. So I guess this far out, it just is not practical. And I think that UVA Wise just wants to come out with points.
Jake Marcantel has attempted 1 field goal this season. He's made a 44-yarder. This is from 33, from between the hashes. Snap back, hold down, kick is sidewinding. Kick wide to the left. Shutout intact. Carson-Newman's defense stands tall, gets the missed field goal. 2:40 to play in the third quarter. 45-0. Eagles leading. Carson-Newman on offense when we get back after this on the Eagle Sports Network.
I get my power from my co-op so I can put my energy into my family.
Into waking up the neighborhood. Latte for Christine.
I get my power from the co-op so I can put my energy into planting seed for a brighter future.
Touchstone Energy Cooperatives, power to your community, for your community, so your energy can go into the things that matter most to you.
My 69 Camaro.
Who powers you?
AEC, the right call for your energy needs. Let us help you score success.
Quality Suites of Morristown, the preferred hotel choice of the Eagles. Call 423-585-4000 for the Carson-Newman rate. Quality Suites of Morristown, the preferred hotel choice of the Eagles. Call 423-585-4000 for the Carson-Newman rate. Quality Suites of Morristown, the preferred hotel choice of the Eagles. Call 423-585-4000 for the Carson-Newman rate. Quality Suites of Morristown, the preferred hotel choice of the Eagles. Call 423-585-4000 for the Carson-Newman rate. Quality Suites of Morristown, the preferred hotel choice of the Eagles.
On 1st and 10 from the 20, Carson-Newman hands off straight ahead to Tyree Nelson, who gets 2 yards up to the 22 for a 2-yard gain before he's cut down at the waist by Tester and Kenneth Long. Second down, 8 to go for the Eagles, leading 45-0 with 2:17 to go in the third quarter. Been all Carson-Newman in this one.
Yeah, the one thing that probably hasn't been as successful for the Eagles has been running between the tackles, but it has allowed the Eagles to do other things because UVA Wise is committed to stop it.
Whitson will give on a counter to the right side for Cam Ferguson, and Ferguson is off and running. He's across the 40, he's across the 45, and knocked down along the right sideline at midfield by Taylor, actually down in Wise territory, down at the 49-yard line. A 19-yard gain for Cam Ferguson, and no, a 29-yard gain for Cam Ferguson. Pardon me, math's off. Regardless, it's the first down for the Eagles.
Great run by Cam. Bounced it outside, but was allowed to because it was really a log. And by logging the guy, it created an edge that he really had a choice to pick where he wanted to go.
1st and 10 Eagles, right hashes at the Cavalier 49-yard line. Whitson will give to Ferguson again. Ferguson on a delay will muscle his way outside the right hashes, inside the 45, down to the 44 before Kenneth Long brings him down from around the shoulders. 5-yard gain for 2nd and 5.
Yeah, again, like we talked about with UVA Wise, kind of feeding the hot hand. Cam had that big run, so it went back to him. A little bit tired, as you could see, because it looked like a delay, and I think it was just that he was trying to get his footing a little bit. But great call. Yeah, Eagles don't need to be flashy right here; just need to be consistent. And if you can reestablish the run between the tackles, great.
5 carries for 44 yards for Ferguson, the majority of that here after halftime. 2nd and 5 for the Eagles from the Cavalier 44. Whitson, double-barreled shotgun. Sullins to the right, Ferguson to the left. Whitson takes, but not before a flag flies. Didn't get it off in time, delay of game.
Yeah, Zane had to pause because you had 2 guys in motion at the same time. Had the tight end that stepped off and the wide receiver stepped back on, and then they weren't sure if that was where it was supposed to go, and got hit with the delay of game. But smart in the sense that didn't try and snap it while those 2 guys were in motion, waited the extra count, just got hit with the delay because of it.
Just the 3rd time today that Carson-Newman's been penalized. 2nd and 10 is the result for the Eagles from the Wise 49. Whitson takes out of the gun, gives Ferguson straight ahead. Ferguson Cuts it over the right hashes, down to the 45-yard line, tripped up, and his knee hits at the 45. 4-yard gain for 3rd and 6. Sproul with the stop. Carson-Newman, respectable on 3rd downs. Better than respectable, 4 for 8. And we will have this 3rd down play for you at the start of the 4th quarter. 45 minutes in the books. Carson-Newman has 45 points. UVA Wise has 0 points. All Eagles in this one. We are back to Carl Smith Stadium after these messages on the Eagle Sports Network.
You visit your local Michelin dealer, Fleet Tire, for a set of Michelin Defender tires. Michelin is the brand drivers turn to for tire options that deliver a safe, quiet, and comfortable ride. Fleet Tire, Woodland Avenue, exit 1B, Knoxville. Based on internal wet braking results versus Goodyear Assurance Comfort Tread tires and third-party wear test results versus Continental ProTrack tires with Eco Plus. See manufacturer's limited warranty book for details. Fleet Tire, Woodland Avenue.
You are listening to the flagship station for Carson-Newman football, AM 620, WRJZ Knoxville.
Carson-Newman faces 3rd and 6 from the Highland Cavaliers' 45-yard line. Started the 4th quarter with a 45-0 lead. Zane Whitson is in the gun for this 3rd and 6 play. All by his lonesome in the gun. Empty set for the Eagles. Play clock at 4. Whitson, hard count, 2-1, gets it off. Whitson back to the pass, going to air long. Jaden Sullins along the boundary left side, incomplete. Defender got a hand in there at the last second. It was Sproul who batted away, but it was there for Jaden Sullins down at the 10 on the home run ball. And the Eagles face 4th and 6th from the Cavalier 45.
Yeah, so Adam, some teams, there's a couple of standard theories that you do against the blitz, and one of those is you throw the under or you screen or the draw. The other thing that you can do in situations like that too is throw it deep if there's no safeties. There was 0 coverage because the linebackers were blitzing. Take the chance for the home run. You get it. It's 6. Looks great.
Instead, Seibert on to punt. Gets off a wobbler. Taylor's back to his 1. He's into his end zone to grab it, and he is going to be tackled at the 2 in the boundary right side. That's a touchback. If you let it drop, he fielded it in the end zone. And it's 1st and 10 for the Cavs from their own 2. Unbelievable. 20 seconds into the 4th quarter, Carson-Newman 45 and Wise nothing.
Teach a class called Coaching Football. The one thing we always establish in there on punt returns is don't go in the end zone to return your own punt. That was just not a heads-up football play at all. Just not very smart.
I formation for the Cavaliers. Corcoran's back in the game at quarterback. He's under center. Turns and hands off to the left side. Gillespie, who was grabbed from behind. He got out of that grab, and then Corey Clemson able to bring him down between the hashes up at the 6. I think Kendall Williams had a crack for a 2-yard gain, but Gillespie wiggled free. And instead, it's a 4-yard tote up to the 6. 2nd down, 6 to go.
Really it's a testimony to the Eagles that even on missed tackles, there's somebody there right away when the Eagles miss.
I formation again for the Cavs. Corcoran under center. Takes the snap. 3-step drop. Back to the pass. Going to air long. Goddard, right sideline. Kendall Williams went up for it. Batted it away. It's incomplete. Solid defense by Kendall Williams. 3rd down. 6 to go for the Cavs.
If you're going to play man coverage, that's what the defender has to do. Don't get lost in the double move. Stay on the wide receiver. Play the hands. When the hands come up, you play the ball.
High formation on 3rd and 6. Turn and hand off Gillespie straight ahead. He's hit at the line of scrimmage and brought down up at the 10-yard line between the hashes by Mekhi Brown. 2 yards short of the marker to make. It's a 4-yard gain to bring up 4th down and 2 to go for the Cavs. And offense staying on the field. 4th down, 2 to go.
Surely this is a draw-off.
I formation. Corcoran takes, runs into his man in the backfield, and Gillespie is not going to make it back to the line of scrimmage. Turnover on downs. Eagle football. David Alexander and company gummed that one up in a hurry, and it was pretty easy to do so as Corcoran and Gillespie collided in the backfield on the handoff. Carson-Newman football, 1st and goal at the 10.
Not a good series for Wise, Adam. Maybe the understatement of the year, but
that was dreadful.
I don't know. You don't have a lot of things that you do in your script that say, all right, we're down 45-0. This is what we're supposed to do. But the thing you don't do is you probably don't go for it on your own 10-yard line because you make it 52-0, and not that affects you coming back in the fourth quarter or not. But
Carson-Newman has a new quarterback in the game, in number 11, who I don't have on the roster. And the give is to Tyree Nelson straight ahead. And Nelson is along the left hashes for a 2-yard gain down to the 8. It's either I believe it's Mason Brang, who was listed on the dress out list in 39.
Right.
I'm presuming. That's what I'm presuming. The roster that I was handed on Thursday had Brang in 39 without an 11 traveling. But there is an 11 on the field this week.
Good thing for the equipment room to get him a quarterback number instead of shades of Bernie Kosar or somebody like that.
2nd and goal from the 8. Brang in the gun. We'll give it to Ferguson straight ahead. Ferguson bursts through the line of scrimmage, gets down to the 5, but gets stacked up by Taylor over the left hashes at the 5. It's a 3-yard gain and 3rd and goal from the 5. 45-0 Eagles leading with 12:41 to play in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, good position to get your next group of guys in here. You got 1st and goal. You come in on 1st and goal on defense, and just a really good chance to say, hey, let's get you in the end zone, especially with some of the offensive linemen, a new quarterback, and keep Zane Whitson healthy for next week.
3 receivers set. Carroll to the short side left. Nate Adebayo is in the slot to the wide side right. 3rd and goal from the 5. Brang takes. Play fake, rolls left, throws left. That's complete to the tight end, Davis. He's in. Touchdown, Carson-Newman. Tight end drag to the left side of the goal line. Brang feeds Davis. It's a 5-yard score, and the Eagles have put a 50-burger on the Highland Cavaliers. 51-0 Eagles leading, 12:09 to play in the fourth quarter. First career score both ways, receiver and quarterback.
Great call. Knew that everybody was coming up to play the run. Release the tight end. Doesn't take much to get him out into the flat. Touchdown.
Seibert on for the point after. Snap back, hold down. Seibert's kick. Perfect. 52-0. Eagles leading UVA Wise with 12:09 to play in the fourth quarter. And we return to Carl Smith Stadium after these messages on the Eagles Sports Network.
It's about security. It's about confidence. It's about relationships. It's about trust. It's about you. As a local independent agent, Bible Insurance Agency can design an insurance program that's just right for you and your family. Give the people you love safe, sound, secure protection from Auto Owners Insurance. Call Bible Insurance Agency 423-586-4320 or go by 1600 East Andrew Johnson Highway in Morristown.
When you're sick and tired of fast food and need a fresh home-cooked meal, turn to Lisa's Country Kitchen. Lisa's been cooking up her fresh, never-frozen food for the Lakeway area for more than 15 years. Lisa's cares about her customers. You may enter a stranger, but you'll leave a friend. From foot-long hot dogs to juicy steaks, Lisa's has the best food for the best prices.
Lisa's Country Kitchen on Route 92 off Old Andrew Johnson Highway. The best food for the best prices.
So we have gotten confirmation on who 11 is. It's actually Walker Martinez. So Walker Martinez completes a 5-yard touchdown pass to Eli Davis. And Carson-Newman has a 52-0 lead with 12:09 to play in the fourth quarter. Carson-Newman short field after the Wise turnover on downs at its own 10. And Cavs will get the football back with 12:09 to play in the fourth quarter. Christian Irwin on the kickoff.
Good opportunity here for the Eagles to continue to play. Defense wants to keep the shutout. This is a good opportunity for some young guys to contribute to the effort.
Jalen Jones retreats into his own end zone to receive this kick 8 yards deep, and he wisely will take a knee. 1st and 10, Wise will take over after the touchback at its own 25-yard line. 52-0. Carson-Newman in the driver's seat over UVA Wise. Walker Martinez has thrown his first career touchdown pass. Eli Davis has caught his first career catch and touchdown pass. And Carson-Newman, it has been that kind of day. Started with a pick six, and the Eagles with a season-high 52 points in this contest.
Eagles have been riding with a foot on the gas all game, Adam. See if they can finish.
Wise will give it to Hall on the first play of this drive, and he'll try the left hashes before Jake Cottle wraps him up at the 28-yard line. 3-yard gain. It's 2nd and 7. Cavs just with 167 yards of offense in this one. Eagles haven't bypassed 300 yards of offense, but, I mean, when your defense has scored twice and you've been gifted short field after short field, that's why. On 2nd and 7, they give us to Hall again. Got blown up in the backfield, and Isaac Bulliber shoots in and cuts him down into shoe tops for no gain at the 28-yard line. 3rd down and 7 to go.
Pressure upfield really created a delay in the running back. UVA Wise, if they're smart here, won't take any risks. Don't put yourself in a situation where you could get blown out here even more by throwing unwise play.
Corcoran on 3rd and 6 is back to pass, flips it out left sideline, complete to Dorian Goddard at the 35-yard line. He's got first down yardage and pulled down by Isaiah Kane along the right sideline up at the 37-yard line. Got 9 when he needed 6. But there's a flag on the play along the far sideline at the line of scrimmage. And it's an ineligible man downfield, and that erases the first down for the Cavs.
Yeah, a point of emphasis for the officials this season, Adam, has been because so many people do RPOs or run-pass options. That occasionally you'll get that lineman downfield that'll try and go get a linebacker that's standing there, and you can't do that and then throw the ball. But to the lineman's defense, you don't know if he's going to throw it, so then you really are trying to get that next level anyways.
3rd down. Now 12 to go for the Cavs. Corcoran out of the gun. Back to pass. Dumps middle of the field. It's complete, and he is hit immediately as he caught it. Jackson Ward and Kelsey Graham right there to wrap up DJ Powell at the 25-yard line. A 2-yard gain on the crossing pattern. The Eagles had him double covered. It's 4th and 10 for the Cavs. Another 3 and out, and UVA Wise will punt. Carson-Newman has forced turnovers. They've forced 3 and outs. This is the 6th of 3 and out of the day for the Highland Cavaliers.
Hey, great job. You got a mixture of some young guys with older guys just really putting pressure.
Marcantel will boot this punt away. It will bounce at the 45. Major Williams bobbled it. It's loose. And I think the Cavaliers were the ones Johnny on the spot to it. Yes, Cavalier football. So Major Williams tried to catch the bouncing ball. It glanced off his fingertips, and Strong able to grab the bobbled football.
Yeah, so you get to a place here late in the game and you're trying to get some young guys some work, and it really, because it's an away game, it's who you traveled with. So do you want Major Williams back there returning? Maybe not, but maybe he's the only guy you brought that probably has that experience. And in situations like this, you're up. There's 10 minutes left to go in the game. Don't do anything ridiculous that gives the other team a chance to even come away with points.
52-0 Eagles leading. Corcoran play fake. Throws left side. Complete to Goddard at the 35, and he's grabbed immediately and brought down by Isaac Bulliber down at the 35-yard line. A 2-yard gain. It's 2nd and 8. Brian Payne also in on the stop.
Yeah, tunnel screen to the wide side of the field is not the answer. Usually a tunnel screen, you want to go to the short side because it gets it out of the quarterback's hands. When you throw it out there and long, the defenders can really close quickly.
2nd down, 8 to go for the Cavs. Left hash at the Carson-Newman 35. Eagles up 52-0. 9:30 to play in the 4th. Corcoran back to pass. Has time. Zips it middle of the field. Has a man wide open. Powell at the 10. Powell kept out of the end zone. Down at the 2-yard line. A touchdown-saving tackle by Luke Myers. Carson-Newman brings a fresh defensive crew on. 1st and goal from the 2 after the 33-yard catch. Carson-Newman has guys in the backfield. Officials have not readied the ball for play. I formation. Corcoran turns and hands off to Gillespie, and Gillespie will walk in over right tackle untouched Touchdown Cavaliers. 8:50 to play in the fourth quarter, and UVA Wise is on the board. 52-6, Eagles leading. Cavaliers take advantage of the muff fumble and score on 3 plays. A 2-yard plunge for Gillespie. He's into the end zone for the 5th time on the ground this season.
Yeah, just frustrating right there, Adam. The Eagles were a little bit out of sync, tried to run a new defense in to try and keep UVA Wise out of the end zone, but just off since the muff punt return.
Snap back, hold down on the PAT. The kick is through the uprights. So Marcantel makes this a 45-point game. 8:50 to play in the fourth quarter. Carson-Newman 52, UVA Wise 7. Tri-Lite is your home team internet provider, taking care of Jefferson City with ultra-fast, ultra-reliable fiber broadband. Let them serve you, and visit trilite.net. We're back to Wise, Virginia after these messages. Eagles up 45 here on the Eagles Sports Network.
As our way of thanking veterans and active duty service members, Knoxville TVA Employees Credit Union will bump up all certificate account rates by 0.25% APY and discount personal or auto loan rates by 0.25% APR for the month of November. Thank you for your service. Learn more at tvacreditunion.com. Federally insured by NCUA. Military ID required. Effective through November 30th, 2023. Ask for details.
Join us now.
Hey folks, Gerald Anderson with Ted Russell Nissan. Is it time to upgrade to a newer vehicle? How about an SR 2023 Nissan Altima starting at just $23,988? Nobody can touch that deal, and I mean nobody but Ted Russell Nissan on Kingston Pike. Start number 768-560 and 310-865 pre-owned. Tennessee registered with pay tax, $595 included. Hey folks, Gerald Anderson with Ted Russell Nissan. Is it time for you to upgrade to a newer vehicle? How about an SV 2023 Nissan Rogue starting at just $26,988? Nobody can touch that deal, and I mean nobody but Ted Russell Nissan on Kingston Pike. Start number 768-560 and 310-865 pre-owned. Tennessee registered with pay tax, $595 included.
Tyree Nelson brings out the ensuing kickoff and has his helmet knocked off as he runs to the left sideline. Jones, the stick. Nelson did not go down on the stick. Lost his helmet and then ran back to the other sideline without his helmet. A lot to talk about there. Wise celebrating a big hit. You have to be mindful. You brought it up earlier, Dave Needs. Wise has been chippy. They're down 45 at home right now. And post-game chippiness has unfortunately been a thing in the league this year.
Right.
Not Wise, but Limestone and Newberry. A brouhaha at the end of their game last week. Had that happen on this field 2 years ago at the end of the 2021 game. So something to be mindful of moving forward, and I think Mike Clowney's going to burn a timeout to just take a deep breath and sort some things out. First Bank is the official bank of Carson-Newman Athletics and the only place you can get a Carson-Newman debit card. Stop by any First Bank location to get your Carson-Newman debit card and show your Eagles pride.
Yeah, the number one gift in my family now, because we've been doing this commercial all season, Adam, when I ask him, hey, what do you want for Christmas?
Debit card?
A First Bank debit card. So, including the 16-year-old daughter that said, Adam has a great idea, Dad. And it really is a great item to give a family member to kind of have a little bit of control, yet at the same time give them a little bit of...
I think it is a valuable thing to teach teenagers.
Right.
You got to have a bet. It shouldn't be tied to the father's account. It should be tied to their own money in reality. Well, Carson-Newman is giving to James Maddox on the first play of this drive, and Maddox plunges across midfield over the left hashes down to the Wise 46-yard line. Randall with the stop. 5-yard gain, 2nd and 5 for the Eagles. Walker Martinez, some significant run in this game at quarterback. 8:15 to go in the fourth quarter, and Carson-Newman leading 52-7. Daniel Mora and Aiden Smith are split to the wide side right. Jalen Washington to the short side left. Maddox to the right of Martinez in the gun. Martinez takes the shotgun snap. The give is to Maddox. Good start and stop move. Plows his way across the 45 down to the 43-yard line. Wise turns him around after a 3-yard gain. 3rd down and 2 to go for the Eagles. Clock turns past 7:35 to play in the fourth, and Carson-Newman leading 52-7. Eagles scored the first 52 points in this one. They have been dominant today outside of a muff punt.
Yeah, and, with Maddox carrying the ball right there and not getting a first down or touchdown, it kind of breaks the trend for him a little bit. Yeah. But it's great to see a great young man getting a couple carries here late in the game.
3rd and 2. Adebayo in motion to the wide side right. Martinez turns and hands off to Maddox. Plunders his way straight ahead and submarines inside the 40 down to the 39-yard line. 4-yard gain to move the sticks. Carson-Newman just now over 290 yards of offense. That speaks to the defensive touchdowns and the short fields.
Tremendously, Adam, because the defense has really set up the offense today. That's what a coach wants, is to win all three phases and really set your offense up for a short field, and the Eagles have played a short field.
1st and 10 Eagles. Left hashes at the Wise 39. Gosnell in motion to the left of the line. Martinez takes and gives to Maddox straight ahead. Maddox powering his way forward. Brought down by Daniel down at the 36-yard line over the left side hashes. 3-yard gain to bring up 2nd down and 7 to go. 15 drives for Carson-Newman in this game, David needs. You've only had one drive longer than 70 yards in this game. And the average drive start has been Wise's 47. That's a recipe for success.
Right. Games earlier in this year where the Eagles weren't even close, half that distance, it just shows that the defense is really playing today.
2nd down, 7 to go. Martinez out of the gun. Takes the snap. Heavy dose again to Vontae Brackett. Brackett pounding it over the left hashes inside the 35. Down to the 32-yard line, a 4-yard gain. 3rd down. 3 to go for the Eagles. Clock at 5:30 to play in the fourth quarter. Eagles leading 52-7.
Yeah, just a steady stream of running guys in at them, just trying to get them some work here. Coach is trying to see who's going to step up here, but it's big man football. This is just that 3 yards in a cloud of dust and chew time up off the clock.
2 receivers to the wide side right. Washington to the short side left. Man in motion. Amir Ali as Martinez takes, gives to Maddox right side, bounces it outside, leaps and picks up the first down across the 30, down to the 29-yard line in the boundary right side as he was undercut by Caden Latham. A gain of 3 down to the 29, exactly what he needed. Eagles move the sticks. Clock continues to churn past 4 minutes and 30 seconds to play in the fourth quarter. And Carson-Newman in the driver's seat, 52-7.
Yeah, all he does is get first downs and touchdowns. That's just another great job. He does such a good job of running north and south that you can understand why Coach Weaver and Coach Clowney and Coach McKeithen like to get them the ball.
Brackett back into the game at tailback. Martinez takes the shotgun snap and gives to Brackett. Brackett shimmy right, shimmy left. Puts his nose down and gets down to the 28 over the right hashes. Stopped by Ivy and Tyson Tester. 3-yard gain, 2nd and 9. More importantly, clock continues to run. Eagles have eaten up 5 minutes of clock on this drive already. 8th play coming up. Drive started back at Carson-Newman's own 49-yard line. That's crazy with the new clock rules. You've eaten up 5 minutes of clock and ran 7 plays.
Yeah, you want to get to a place where you can just use clock. So this idea of protecting the ball late in the game is even more critical. In tight games, it drives the defense nuts.
2nd and 7 for the Eagles. Right hashes at the Wise 28. Martinez out of the gun. Will hand off straight ahead to Brackett. Good surge for him across the 25. Gets inside the right hashes down to the 23-yard line for a 5-yard tote. 3rd down and 4 to go. Tester, the guy that stopped him. And the Eagles will take this snap inside of 3 minutes with a 52-7 lead in hand. Well on their way to securing their first winning season away from Berktar Stadium since 2017. And that includes 2019's playoff season.
Yeah, just a testament. Hey, you and I did the Limestone game where the Eagles were a little bit off after the long wait at ETSU. And just that team to this team is a great testimony to the coaches and the players and their continued development.
On 3rd and 4, the give is to Maddox. Maddox bowling his way down to the 21-yard line over the right hash, and his run is stopped shy of the first down marker by Derek Wilson. Needed 4, got 2. 4th down, 2 to go, with 2:17 to play in the fourth quarter, leading 52-7. Do you give Andrew Seibert a try at a 38-yard field goal? Offense is still on the field, as Carson-Newman will snap this, presumably, with about 1:40 to go, give or take. And they are offensively all turned to that sideline, awaiting a play call.
Yeah, it could even go down to 1 second or so, Adam, and take a timeout. It looks like the Eagles are going to call a play, but if you don't get the first down, it's okay. If you do get it, you run out the clock.
Martinez from the gun sends Amir Ali in motion back to the left, takes the snap. Will give to Maddox. Maddox, nowhere to run. He is cut down for a yard loss in the backfield. Back at the 22, and Carson-Newman turns it over on downs. Wise will take over with 91 seconds left, trailing 52-7 in this one.
At minute 30, so here you would presume that Wise is going to run it here and see if they can get some gash plays there. Would be surprised to see them take the ball off the line of scrimmage and try and throw it, but it may try and test a young Eagles secondary and try and get a matchup with maybe an older guy on a younger guy and get a little bit more confidence. 52-14, I guess, looks better than 52-7.
Slater Hickman is into the game at quarterback, and he's got Hall to his right. Handoff will go to Hall, right side, chased down by Isaac Bolivar and Kelsey Graham. A yard gain up to the 24. 2nd down, 9 to go. Seeing out the time in this one as the clock bears down on a minute to play with the Eagles in charge, 52-7. Here in the 5th meeting between these two teams, barring a Wise touchdown on this possession, will go down as the Eagles' largest margin of victory in the brief series history between these two clubs. Handoff, Hall again tries to bounce it to the right side, but he will not get away from Erie Lawrence and Corey Clemson. No gain to the 24. It's 3rd down and 9 to go for the Cavaliers. They've got to snap it one more time, and it should be all she wrote from Carl Smith Stadium. Hickman from the gun takes the snap, gives to Hall, and he just falls down. Well, that is emblematic of Wise's day. Was making a cut, tripped in the backfield and lost yardage back to the 22-yard line. Another 3 and out for the Cavs. It closes the game. 7 3 and outs. 3 turnovers for UVA Wise. Carson-Newman utterly dominant in this one. Eagles prevail 52-7 over the Highland Cavaliers. David Needs, what a day for Carson-Newman today.
Yeah, Adam, you know, we talked about that the Eagles needed to start early and start fast and start hard and continue from last week against Emory and Henry. The Eagles clearly did that right from the first play of the game, and it just continued to build on that. The confidence that you could see on the sideline on the other side of the field where the Eagles were just continued to grow bigger and better, and the players really fed. Offense fed off the defense fed off special teams, and everybody worked well together today.
Only bruise, I suppose, is the muffed punt that led to Wise's touchdown. Right. But outside of that, David Needs, this is a special one, especially away from Berktar Stadium. Always tough to win on the road in the South Atlantic Conference. Tougher to win by 45 on the road.
Right, tougher for sure, and you're just off your rhythm. The Eagles made the day trip today, so it was not an overnight trip, and so you wonder how you're going to handle that level of maturity. But again, continued praise for Mike Clowney and his coaching staff, the senior leaders on this and upperclassmen leaders on this team, to see a team that early in the year struggled on the road and didn't play well, to really have turned that and capitalized that on, and like you said, Adam, now have a winning record on the road, which is something that hasn't happened in a long time for Carson-Newman.
Carson-Newman prevails 52-7 over UVA Wise. The Domino's postgame report is headed your way when we come back after these messages on the Eagles Sports Network.
Domino's Pizza in Jefferson City has deals for Carson-Newman students. Bring in your valid student ID when you order for pickup or delivery, and Domino's in Jefferson City will give you a steaming hot large one-topping pizza for $4.99. That's a large one-topping pizza for Carson-Newman students for $4.99 at Domino's in Jeff City. Call 865-471-6700 to order. That's 865-471-6700. Domino's, the official pizza of the Carson-Newman Eagles.
At InterDigital, we strive to be a leading provider of cutting-edge digital and marketing solutions. At InterDigital, we want to help our clients find success. Our team of technology gurus work together to ensure InterDigital continues to progress forward as technology advances. At InterDigital, we make technology work for you. Visit interdigital.com for IT support, web development, virtual tours, graphic design, internet marketing, mobile app, and film production services.
InterDigital, laser-focused on your success.
Decades ago, your local electric co-op was formed to make sure everyone who needed electricity had it. And as time went on, as our communities continued to grow, so did the need for electricity. And time again, we've made certain that need has been met. Today, we're still doing everything in our power to keep affordable, reliable electricity flowing. It was our purpose then, it's our purpose now, and that'll never change.
AEC, your local Touchstone Energy Cooperative. The game's over, but we're just getting warmed up. The Domino's postgame report hits the air in 60 seconds on the Eagles Sports Network.
Hello, I'm Gary Braden of Braden's Lifestyles Furniture in Turkey Creek. As we look around, we realize how truly blessed we are. However, there are many in our community who are hurting in despair. That is why the Braden's family is proud to announce its annual Braden Cares event. For a donation of $50 to a charity of your choice, you will receive both a Braden Bear and 50% off any piece of furniture in our beautiful showroom. Additionally, everything else is 40% off for this event. And as always, thank you and enjoy the sale.
3, 1,
This is the Domino's post-game report on the Eagles Sports Network.
He buries it from 44 yards out, and Carson-Newman wins it in walk-off fashion.
Highlights, stats, a conversation with Mike Clowney, and the selection of the Food City Player of the Game are all headed your way. The Domino's postgame report is brought to you in part by Domino's, the official pizza of the Carson-Newman Eagles. Appalachian Electric Cooperative. We're AEC, powering the Eagles and Mossy Creek. By Domino's, the official pizza of the Carson-Newman Eagles. By the Eagle Club, the family of Eagles. By Pepsi, that's what I like. By Magaha Electric, providing quality electrical services and products to East Tennessee for more than 40 years. By First Bank, the official banking partner of Carson-Newman Athletics. By InterDigital, IT support and marketing, laser focused on your success. By the Bible Insurance Agency, the agency that service built. By Lisa's Country Kitchen, the best food for the best prices. By Food City, value every day. By Trilight, dream big with Gig. And by ShopCNEagles.com, the official online store of the Carson-Newman Eagles. Now, back to the voice of the Eagles, Adam Cavalier.
All right, back here at Carl Smith Stadium as Carson-Newman prevails over UVA Wise 52-7. Here on the Domino's postgame report, Adam Cavalier alongside David Needs. Ryan Wilkes will join us here in a moment with the drive summaries. David, all Eagles all the time in this game.
Yeah, there wasn't much that you can say, wow, the Eagles really need to work on something. It was just one of those games where you love it as a head coach because you can walk into the staff meeting on Monday and just say, great job, guys, because defense set the tone so early with just getting turnovers and playing. The offense was consistent. Like you said, Adam, not a lot of yards today from the Eagles on offense, but didn't have to, right? It was short field, and the Eagles were able to move the ball. And then special teams, except for the fumbled punt return, just really a solid game all across the board.
I'm going to go ahead and choose our AEC electrifying play of the game, and it's the 7th longest passing play in school history. Zane Whitson to Jalen Washington for 83 yards to put the Eagles up 28-0. In the gun. Whitson rolls right, going to throw long. Has Jalen Washington wide open, comes back and catches it at the 50. Washington on his horse along the left sideline. He has burned his defender. Washington is all the way home. Touchdown, Carson-Newman. 83 yards from Zane Whitson to Jalen Washington. And Washington's first touchdown catch is one of the longest passing plays in school history. Eagles have put up 27 in the first quarter, leading 27-0 with 26 seconds left in the opening frame. That's our AEC electrifying play of the game. AEC is your Touchstone Energy Cooperative, service you can trust and value you can depend on, powering Mossy Creek. We are AEC, member-owned and service-driven. So Carson-Newman gets the job done over UVA Wise by a final score of 52-7. And to tell you how we got there, Ryan Wilkes has your drive summaries and highlights on lock. Ryan.
Yeah, guys, so started off with the pick six, obviously there in the first quarter early. First play of the game, it was an interception by Will Johnson, who took to the house for 6. So Johnson took that one to the house, a pick 6 for the Eagles, who got on the board early for Carson-Newman to make it 7-0. The Eagles took the lead early against this UVA Wise team and really never looked back against this squad. It was all day. Carson-Newman doing a great job, both offensively and defensively, as the Eagles were able to take the early lead. Second interception of the day came on the second drive for Carson-Newman. After that pick 6, it was a 3-play, 17-yard drive for the Eagles to get back on the board. It was Kendall Williams with the second interception of the day.
Kendall Williams has it. Williams across the 20, and Williams steps out of bounds inside the 20, down at the 17-yard line. Kendall Williams jumps the route and has his first pick of the season. And Carson-Newman offensively in business, leading 7-0 with 12:47 to play in the first quarter. Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 17.
So it was 1st and 10 from the 17-yard line for the Eagles, shortly punched in after by Tyler Curtis from 14 yards out.
Whitson from the gun takes the snap. They give it to Curtis straight ahead. Curtis will waltz in. Touchdown. Carson-Newman. Virtually untouched Tyler Curtis. And the Eagles have a 13-0 lead with 11:38 to play in the first quarter. 6 yards for Tyler Curtis straight up the gut. His 8th touchdown this season. He's now tied for the league lead.
So the Eagles at that point took the 14-0 advantage. A punt on their next drive, a 3-play, 5-yard drive. That was the only drive out of their first 5 that the Eagles were not able to score. Next, a 5-play, 47-yard touchdown drive capped off by a 33-yard pass from Zane Whitson to Jerron Newson.
Whitson out of the gun. Takes the snap at the waist. Whitson going to air long. Wide open. Jerron Newson along the left sideline. He snares it at the 2 and strolls in. Touchdown, Carson-Newman. Zane Whitson finds Teron Newson for a score for a second consecutive week. A 33-yard touchdown connection, and the Eagles have put up 20 in the first quarter with 4:36 to go in the opening frame.
So the offense really effective for Carson-Newman today. The defense as well. 2 turnovers in the first 2 drives, then forcing 3 punts. The Eagles only punted on one of those drives that the defense gave them the ball back. But on that second consecutive drive, a 2-play 80-yard drive capped off by the AEC electrifying play of the game. Zane Whitson to Galen Washington for 83 yards.
In the gun, Whitson rolls right, going to throw long. Has Jalen Washington wide open, comes back and catches it at the 50. Washington on his horse along the left sideline. He has burned his defender. Washington is all the way home. Touchdown, Carson-Newman. 83 yards from Zane Whitson to Jalen Washington. And Washington's first touchdown catch is one of the longest passing plays in school history. Eagles have put up 27 in the first quarter, leading 27-0 with 26 seconds left in the opening frame.
So it was a really solid first quarter for that Carson-Newman offense. 28-0 after one. Shortly after, there in the third quarter, it was early, about almost halfway through that that second quarter. It was 7:29 left to go, and a forced fumble. Major Williams took it to the house.
Corcoran back to pass, 3-step drop, pressured, he's grabbed. Corcoran lost the football. Major Williams grabbed it. Williams steps free along the left sideline. Major Williams, nothing but clear Virginia mountain air in front of him. He scores. Touchdown, Carson-Newman. Major Williams, a 35-yard scoop and score on the strip sack. And Carson-Newman has its second defensive touchdown of the day. 34-0 Eagles leading with 7:29 to play in the second quarter.
So that happening before halftime. Just over a minute later, Andrew Seibert knocked in a field goal to extend the lead to 38.
Seibert on for the try. He's made a field goal in 2 consecutive weeks. Can he make it a third? This is a 22-yard try, and Seibert, no troubles as he lifts it through the uprights and off the scoreboard. Andrew Seibert, good from 22.
So at that point, 38-0 Eagles after the strip sack, fumble touchdown, and the Andrew Seibert field goal to make it 38-0. And later, Cade Meeks gets in on the action. A pass down the sideline from Zane Whitson for 6.
He grabs it. Did he get his feet down? Yes, he did. Touchdown, Carson-Newman. Zane Whitson's third touchdown pass of the day finds Cade Meeks his 6th receiving touchdown of the season, and his first that is traverses fewer than 20 yards this year. A 19-yard haul puts the Eagles in front, 44-0 with 11:20 to play in the third quarter.
So at that point, the Eagles lead 45-0, and UVA Wise was able to get on the scoreboard, but not before Walker Martinez found the end zone through the air for 6 to give Carson-Newman the 52-0 lead.
Brang takes, play fake, rolls left, throws left. That's complete to the tight end Davis. He's in. Touchdown, Carson-Newman. Tight end drag to the left side of the goal line. Brang feeds Davis. It's a 5-yard score, and the Eagles have put a 50-burger on the Highland Cavaliers. 51-0 Eagles leading, 12:09 to play in the fourth quarter.
So that's your scoring summary of the day. The Eagles able to put up 52 points, a season high here at UVA Wise, on a day in which the offense did some work, but the defense really created opportunities for the offense. Mentioned that pick 6 to start the game, very first play of the game, and that set the tone really for the rest of the way. The Eagles able to create action all day long. Zane Whitson with 3 passing touchdowns. Walker Martinez gets in there with 1, and the Eagles really solid defensively. Negative 27 tackle for loss yards, 7 tackles for loss on the day by the defense. The Kendall Williams interception on the second drive, and on the first, Will Johnson's pick 6 to get the Eagles on the scoreboard. Really set the tone, and the Eagles continued to generate from there. Again, the 83-yard passing touchdown from Zane Whitson to Galen Washington. Really just an impressive day for Zane Whitson. Pretty flawless, 188 yards through the air and 3 passing touchdowns before Walker Martinez came in for the last couple drives. So the Eagles improved to 5-5 on the season, taking down UVA Wise here. Really impressive crowd. Beautiful day out here in Wise, Virginia, but Carson-Newman able to get the job done. Another key point here, Carson-Newman 4 for 4 in the red zone, scoring 24 points. Andrew Seibert with that 1 field goal, and Carson-Newman 3 for 3 on touchdowns in that red zone. Pretty scotch-free day, penalty-wise as well. Only 3 penalties that accounted for 44 yards. 1 fumble, want to clean that up with their turnovers, but 35 points off turnovers for this Carson-Newman team today. Really, really nice job by the Eagles overall in today's action, taking down UVA Wise. We'll wrap up the season next week against Catawba. So on the other side, Adam Cavalier catches up with head coach Mike Clowney. We'll hear from him right here on the Eagles Sports Network.
Since 1916, a lot of independent agents have recommended auto owners insurance, and a lot of parents have taken that recommendation to heart. So have a lot of their children, and grandchildren, and great-grandchildren. As we celebrate our first 100 years, Auto Owners Insurance thanks all those who have put their trust in us, and all the generations who will.
Dorm food got you down? Need a home-cooked meal? Then Lisa's Country Kitchen is for you. Lisa's Country Kitchen has been feeding Carson-Newman students for 15 years. Lisa's has a family-friendly atmosphere all day long. From the morning with her $2.99 breakfast specials to dinner with Lisa's fresh, never-frozen steaks. Carson-Newman students get a 10% discount with their student ID.
Lisa's Country Kitchen on Route 92 off Old Andrew Johnson Highway. The best food for the best prices.
Serving East Tennessee for 40 years, Magaha Electric is the perfect choice for all your electrical projects. Magaha Electric specializes in commercial, retail, manufacturing, residential, and industrial contracting needs. Magaha Electric can provide superior service, technical know-how, and realistic budgeting for any size project in a timely, cost-effective manner. Visit MagahaElectric.com for all your electrical contracting needs. Magaha Electric, your East Tennessee electrical contracting source.
Back to the gridiron in 60 seconds.
One play, 80 yards, and the Eagles are on board first.
On the Eagles Sports Network. Drive safer longer when you visit your local Michelin dealer, Fleet Tire, for a set of Michelin Defender tires. Michelin is the brand drivers turn to for tire options that deliver a safe, quiet, and comfortable ride. Fleet Tire, Woodland Avenue, exit 1B, Knoxville. Based on internal wet braking results versus Goodyear, Assurance, Comfort Tread tires, and third-party wear test results versus Continental ProTrack tires with Eco Plus. See manufacturer's limited warranty book for details. Fleet Tire, Woodland Avenue.
As our way of thanking veterans and active duty service members, Knoxville TVA Employees Credit Union will bump up all certificate account rates by 0.25% APY and discount personal or auto loan rates by 0.25% APR for the month of November. Thank you for your service. Learn more at tvacreditunion.com. Federally insured by NCUA. Military ID required. Effective through November 30th, 2023. Ask for details.
Join us now.
Welcome back to the Domino's post-game report here on the Eagles Sports Network. After Carson-Newman's 52-7 win over UVA Wise here on a beautiful sunny Saturday afternoon in Wise, Virginia. Ryan Wilkes taking you through the Domino's post-game report. Quick reminder, Eagles fans, Domino's is the official pizza of the Carson-Newman Eagles. When you're hungry, reach for Domino's. Whether you're a student looking for a late-night snack or out to eat with your coworkers, Domino's has a deal for you. Get a large one-topping pizza for $5.99 with your Carson-Newman ID or get 25% off your entire order when you bring in your business card at lunch. Domino's, the official pizza of the Carson-Newman Eagles. So before we hear from head coach Mike Clowney after the big 52-7 win, really impressive all-around performance for the Eagles, as we talked about quite a bit here on the post-game report. We'll look around at Mossy Creek, see what's going on. Two big games for the soccer teams this afternoon, as Carson-Newman at 3:30 getting ready to go for a matchup in the South Atlantic Conference Tournament. At 3:30, it's the men taking on a Wingate in Wingate, North Carolina, the top seed. The men sneaking in there at number 8 after the win over Tusculum to sneak into the South Atlantic Conference Tournament. What an exciting match that was. If you missed it, check out the highlights on all our social medias at CN Eagles. But a big win for Carson-Newman over the in-state rival Tusculum to get that 8 seed, and a big test coming up in about 45 minutes for the Eagles taking on the Wingate Bulldogs. And at 5 o'clock, the Carson-Newman women will travel to Trojan Stadium in Anderson, South Carolina to take on the Anderson Trojans. So a big day on the pitch for the men's and women's soccer teams, looking to keep their season alive and that South Atlantic Conference championship hopes alive as well. On the cross-country course, both men's and women's teams participated in the NCAA D2 Southeast Regional, and the men placed 15th, the women placed 9th. Colton Lee became the first all-region selection on the men's side since 2018, with a 20th place finish in the regional race. Good finish for both squads, finishing in the top half of the region. The women led by Katie Smock and Jenna Pittman, finishing 30th and 31st. The Eagles finishing in packs all day long there. Last night, it was a volleyball senior night, taking down the Coker Cobras. That was a great game, 3-0 sweep for the Eagles, taking down Coker. Julia Wheeler had a great kill off the block. It went off her head and went down. So the kill for Wheeler paced the Eagles the rest of the way, taking that one in dominant fashion over Coker. The Eagles have one more home match to speak of this season. They've got Limestone on Monday before heading to Anderson on Wednesday, the number 1 team in the South Atlantic Conference. So the volleyball team looking to get prepped for the South Atlantic Conference Tournament. So before we hear from head coach Mike Clowney, we'll do so in just a few minutes. Let's look at some more of the stats from today. Carson-Newman outgains UVA Wise 308 to 209, but a lot of those UVA Wise yards came later there in the second half. Carson-Newman really swarming to start the game. One rushing touchdown for the Eagles. It was Tyler Curtis who punched up the middle and scored. 193 passing yards, most done by Zane Whitson. 188 yards through the air, 11 of 14 overall on the day for 3 touchdowns. The Eagles averaged 17.5 yards per completion, most of that being done on the Jalen Washington 83-yard catch, one of the longest passing touchdowns we've seen here in the past few years for the Eagles. So we'll hear Coach Mike Clowney here in just a moment as Adam Cavalier caught up with him post-game. Again, Mike Clowney and the Eagles getting that big win this afternoon over the UVA Wise Mountain Cavaliers. A big win for the Eagles before we head home next week to finish up the season. As the Eagles get it done on the road today. As we'll hear from Mike Clowney right now.
Back of the Domino's post-game report as Carson-Newman collects a dominant 52-7 win over the UVA Wise Highland Cavaliers. I'm Adam Cavalier, alongside Carson-Newman head football coach Mike Clowney. Mike, not too many games where you start with a touchdown on the first play from scrimmage, even fewer when it's a defensive touchdown. But that set the tone, and 28 first quarter points. It was Katie Barr to the door for your first 45-plus point road win since 2016. What did you see from your team in an utterly dominant performance today on the road?
I was proud of them the way they came out and responded today. It was good to see someone else make some of those critical errors that we made early in the season to kind of give us short fields and easy scores. But the good thing was our guys were there. They were able to take advantage of those situations. And that touchdown from Will Johnson at the beginning of the game, I think we did a good job of setting the tone for the entire football game for us.
I think if you were to look at the total yards, you see that Carson-Newman only gained 308 and think, what on earth? What happened in this game? Well, your average drive start was Wise's 47. On the field position battle, Wise had 7 3-and-outs plus 3 turnovers. Defensively, the performances continue to be special. What did you see from that side of the football today?
Yeah, that's one thing we talked about. If those guys need a complete effort. I thought they did that up front. I thought guys did a good job of controlling the line of scrimmage. I thought our guys on the back end did a good job of seeing things that were going to happen, anticipating throws, and then being able to make plays off of it.
Will Johnson, pick 6 to start the game. Major Williams had a scoop and score. Kendall Williams had his first pick of the season. We've talked a lot about the defensive front and the sacks that it has gotten, but it was your back end that was the star of the show today. What did you see from your DBs?
Yeah, that's right. We've been super proud of them, being able to get to the quarterback. And the thing that does a lot of times, like when you don't get there, it can, force quarterback to make the bad decisions. I know Coach Slade will be proud of this because we've talked to our guys and challenged them, about creating and forcing turnovers. And so we'll be able to get out of this game, I think, at least a +3 today.
The offensive play, a lot of different guys were involved. Jalen Washington catches his first career touchdown pass, and it goes down as the 7th longest reception in school history. Eli Davis finds the end zone. Little Anderson County connection from Walker Martinez in the 4th quarter. How proud are you of the involvement of so many different guys offensively?
I'm super proud. We've been a little bit slower, getting started than we wanted to be offensively, but it's just fun watching our guys now that they kind of have a concept of what we're doing, where we're trying to go, and how to achieve things and get things done, to watch them be able to create situations for themselves to be successful.
The yards per catch are off the charts in this one. Zane Whitson only completed 10 passes. They were for more than 190 yards. Second straight game where he's gotten the nod as your starting quarterback. What did you see from him today?
I thought he did a good job. He's really composed. I thought he did a good job of leading the offense. Zane's continued to learn to communicate. Guys are getting behind him and making plays for him.
The tone we talked about a little bit was set in that first quarter with the pick 6, but you had short field after short field. How critical was that in the outcome today?
It's super critical. Being able to take advantage of those. It's always great when you have success and not have to overly work too hard to get it. And so, we were able to do that a lot of times today. With them, where we kind of decisions on bringing the ball out of the end zone on some kicks. But our guys did a great job of covering, getting guys tackled.
Again, kind of alluded to it. First 45-point win on the road since a 47-0 shutout of Brevard in 2016. First time since 2017 that Carson-Newman football has had a winning record away from Berktar Stadium. When you look at what happened, the lightning delay at ETSU, the struggles at Limestone, how proud are you of this team to gather back in and put together, especially here at Newberry, some really high-level performances away from home, which is always difficult to do in a league as talented as the SAC.
When you're trying to put a program together, I think that's one of the big indicators of how good you can be and how far you can go is, can you focus and win on the road? That's like for us, day trip over here, traveling, our guys have been up since 5 o'clock this morning to get over here, but just to not let there be a distraction, but be a motivating point for them to be able to come out and play well. One big thing I remember last year going on the board, there was a point to where we hadn't won a game on the road late in the season, and then just watch them to be able to own that, kind of learn from it, and be able to transition that into this season.
Back-to-back wins. You're back home at the banks of Mossy Creek. We don't have confirmation yet on who you play. There's only one scenario where it's not Catawba, but not every game has gone final. But you could end up playing Wingate in the final game of the season if it's Limestone versus Mars Hill for the SAC title. We don't know that yet. What's the mindset, the attitude like to try to close this thing out with either the Indians or Bulldogs?
With kind of scenarios coming out earlier in the week, that's a big thing that we try to be as prepared for both of those situations as possible, knowing that the Catawba, I'd say was the more likely because there's 3-1 that we would play them on the scenarios. And so big thing for us now is just kind of enjoy this win and figure out what happens with other people and then figure out what we need to do to try to find success next week.
Mike Clowney, pleasure as always. Congrats on a massive one over the Highland Cavaliers.
Thank you.
It's Carson-Newman head football coach Mike Clowney. We're back with more on the Domino's postgame report after this on the Eagle Sports Network.
Hey folks, Gerald Anderson with Ted Russell Nissan. Is it time to upgrade to a newer vehicle? How about an SR 2023 Nissan?
Don't know what to wear on game day?
Head over to shopseeandeagles.com for all of your Carson-Newman athletics gear. You can find clothing from Adidas, Columbia, Nike, and Under Armour to cover you from head to toe. ShopSeeingEagles.com also has duffel bags, backpacks, jewelry, pet supplies, and gifts. Don't waste any more time. Prove you are the ultimate Carson-Newman fan with the official gear of the Eagles at ShopSeeingEagles.com. Visit today.
How do you know you're in a community, not just a town? Well, strangers smile as they walk by. They refill your coffee without you asking. And when you ask directions, people offer to walk you there. Communities give more. The way you know when you walk into First Bank that you are in a real community bank. Great products, direct access to your local bankers, and relationships that can last a lifetime. Don't just have an account. Have a community with First Bank. Member FDIC.
We love to cheer for our home teams, like the Eagles. It means more when we're rooting for the people we know. Did you know Tri-Lite is your home team internet provider? We're right here in Jefferson City, serving the people we know with our ultra-fast, ultra-reliable fiber broadband network. And we'd love to serve you. Learn more at trilite.net or by calling 833-847-0824. Go Eagles!
More player interviews and stats come your way in 60 seconds when the Domino's postgame report continues on the Eagles Sports Network.
Hey folks, Gerald Anderson with Ted Russell Nissan. Is it time to upgrade to a newer vehicle? How about an SR 2023 Nissan Altima starting at just $23,988? Nobody can touch that deal, and I mean nobody but Ted Russell Nissan on Kingston Pike. Start number 768-560 and 310-865 pre-owned. Tennessee registered with pay tax, $595 fee included. Hey folks, Gerald Anderson with Ted Russell Nissan. Is it time for you to upgrade to a newer vehicle? How about an SV 2023 Nissan Rogue starting at just $26,988? Nobody can touch that deal, and I mean nobody but Ted Russell Nissan on Kingston Pike. Start number 768-560 and 310-865 pre-owned. Tennessee registered with pay tax, $595 fee included.
Hello, I'm Gary Braden of Braden's Lifestyles Furniture in Turkey Creek. As we look around, we realize how truly blessed we are. However, there are many in our community who are hurting in despair. That is why the Braden's family is proud to announce its annual Braden Cares event. For a donation of $50 to a charity of your choice, you will receive both a Braden Bear and 50% off any piece of furniture in our beautiful showroom. Additionally, everything else is 40% off for this event. And as always, thank you and enjoy the sale.
Welcome back to the Domino's post-game report here on the Eagle Sports Network. Ryan Wilkes with you, taking you through all of today's action on the football field as Carson-Newman gets it done, 52-7. Fun fact, Eagles outscoring opponents 89-14 in the past two games, and much thanks to the quarterback, Zane Whitson. Adam Cavalier caught up with him after today's game.
All right, thank you very much, Ryan, as Carson-Newman collects the 52-7 win over the Wise Cavaliers. I'm Adam Cavalier alongside our Food City player of the game, Zane Whitson. Zane, not too shabby day at the office. Only 10 completions, but they averaged about 18 yards completion. Seventh longest completion in school history. Let's dial that one up first. Jalen Washington, 83 yards to the house to give you a 28-0 lead at the end of one. Break down what happened on that play to get Jalen into the end zone for the first time in his career.
Man, we had a little double move on the right side, and he ended up making a great play. I didn't throw that great of a ball, but he made a great play. He was able to make a dude miss, and he took it to the house, and I think that really excelled us forward into more to our game plan because that was part of it. We were able to execute more things just because of that play.
How nice was it that the defense gifted you short field after short field, 52 points, but only 308 yards of offense in this one?
You can't ask for more than that. I'd come to the sideline and tell Major, I said, I need another one. And momentum's crazy in this game, and they did a great job of supplying that for us, and it really helped our offense.
It is unreal, the strides that this team has made. If you go back to the first two road games of the year at ETSU, weathering the storm literally, and then at Limestone, and now thinking about Newberry and here on the road. First winning road record for Carson-Newman football since 2017. Break down what made the effort special in this one to just jump on UVA Wise from the word go.
Man, I think it's really just everybody buying in and doing the right thing. Like throughout the week, I feel like everybody's preparing to the maximum capability that they have, and I feel like with everybody bought in and pushing towards one direction, we're doing a great job as a team coming together, and it's really helping us go and succeed and have success on the field.
Offensively, only averaging 1.5 yards a carry at the halftime break. Granted, the passing game was working well, but established the run after halftime. Vintage Carson-Newman football grinding out the clock. What did it take to get the ground game going?
I mean, we came into halftime, we said that we needed to establish a run game to help our offense a little bit more, but our line did a great job coming out the second half, and we exceeded our game plan. We did more than what we were asked for, and I feel like we did a great job of what we needed to do.
We can't say yet who Carson-Newman plays in the final week of the year. The games haven't gone final, although Lenore-Rhyne was up on Catawba at last glance, and if Lenore-Rhyne beats Catawba, then you get Catawba, as was scheduled in the regular season finale. Not knowing that whether it's Catawba or Wingate, how do you approach the final week of the season? It's a chance for a winning record.
It don't matter who it is. Bring them on. That's my mentality to it, and we're going to go and we're going to prepare the same way as we were prepared for any game, and I feel like we're going to have success if we keep the things that we're doing up.
Zane, pleasure as always. Congrats on the win.
Thanks, sir.
That is our Food City player of the game, Zane Whitson. Let's head back upstairs.
That was Adam Cavalier with Food City player of the game, Zane Whitson. Again, great day through the air for Whitson, 10 for 14, 188 yards, and 3 touchdowns. Big part in Carson-Newman's first winning record on the road in quite a while, and much thanks to that defense. Average yard or average start of possession was about the 44-yard line, so that statistic is a little skewed between the two, with Carson-Newman having only over 100 yards more of offense. Really is quite more than that. It was much thanks to the defense. Adam Cavalier caught up with Major Williams, who had the fumble recovery for a touchdown earlier in that second quarter. Here's Adam with Major postgame.
All right, thank you very much, Ryan Wilkes. Adam Cavalier alongside Major Williams as Carson-Newman collects a 52-7 win over the Virginia Wise Highland Cavaliers. Major, busy on the field today. More than 60 yards of punt returns. You had 2.5 tackles for loss. Had a scoop and score. Should have had a pick. Also muffed a punt, so some bad with the good. Let's focus on the good first. Scoop and score. Pressure's been on the quarterback a lot. It felt like one of those strip sacks was going to turn into something eventually. Ball never hit the ground, but it was a backwards, not pass. Guy lost it backwards. Break down what you saw on that play.
As I was coming off the edge, I seen the quarterback roll out opposite of me, and I seen our guys getting a good push. So I decided to keep going, run after the ball, and chase them down. And as I was coming to chase, I seen our guys come deliver a blow. And as I was coming to tackle from the back, the ball just pops in my hand. And that was all God. I just made the play. I just finished and ran to the end zone with the ball, man. It was definitely fun out there to see those guys rush out the quarterback.
Punt returns. You did have the one miscue late, trying to catch a bobbled one. But aside from that, 63 yards of returns. And as a result, Carson-Newman's average drive start was the 47. Complimentary football. What did you see bringing stuff back today?
It was a good job by our punt return core, and those guys holding up, attacking the punter and stuff, giving me some good punts. We've been attacking it all week, and I told Coach Goss that just keep giving me more opportunities, and I'll make them count. And it displayed today besides the one miscue, but I had fun out there with my teammates, and I was definitely blessed for this opportunity.
We have talked a lot here of late about the defensive line. Tons of pressure, back-to-back 4-sack weeks coming into this game. They didn't get to the quarterback that many times today, but I guess in turn it was the DB's time for some fun.
Yes,
3
sir.
turnovers. Will Johnson, a pick 6 on the first play from scrimmage. Kendall Williams nearly had one as well. You should have had one as well. Break down the effort from the defensive backfield, relying probably a bit still on the pressure from Carson-Newman's defensive front.
It's something we work on in practice every day, getting turnovers. And I love my guys. We have faith. We believe it every day. We work hard for those plays, and we knew they would come eventually. Those guys played hard, including myself, but our back end played hard. The whole defense played good from start to finish. We had a pick 6 by Will Johnson. Kendall Williams on the next drive with a nice pick. We're just making plays all day. Coach Slade was giving us some good calls. We locked in the lineman assignment. Good football today.
Unreal performances on the road to close things out. First winning record away from home for Carson-Newman football since 2017. What did it take? Tough place to come play at noon. A lot of teams have had trouble at Carl Smith Stadium with noon kicks. Carson-Newman definitely didn't. What did that take today?
It took a lot of guys to buy in. We talked about it all week, talked about the process and how the game was going to be, getting up early, a hard place to win at. But I think our guys accepted that challenge, and we bought in, and we all came together. Coach Clowney gave us a good pregame message. I felt the energy coming in the locker room this morning. Guys were ready to get out here to win. We're back at 5-5, and we're just grateful to be out here today.
All right, Major, thanks for the time. Congrats on the win.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
That's Major Williams. Step back upstairs.
That's how you do it, boy. Got better.
That was Major Williams with Adam Cavalier after today's game. Major Williams had that scoop and score for a touchdown to extend Carson-Newman's lead to 35-0. Good day from Major out on the field. Good day from that defense overall, all-around performance from Carson-Newman today, winning 52-7. On the other side, we'll hear from 2 more Eagles. Before we head into the ShopSeeingEagles.com sack scoreboard here on the Eagle Sports Network.
Domino's Pizza in Jefferson City and Morristown wants to help feed your business. When you're hungry at lunch, show your business card at Domino's in Jefferson City and Morristown when you make your purchase for pickup or delivery to get 25% off the entire order. That's 25% off your order at Domino's in Jeff City and Morristown when you show your business card. Call 865-471-6700 to get a pizza. Domino's, the official pizza of the Carson-Newman Eagles.
Favorite thing about my street?
It's quiet.
Safe. The people.
We rely on each other.
And we rely on our Touchstone Energy Cooperative.
The co-op isn't just about electricity.
It's about power.
The power of information, efficiency,
safety,
technology.
That's why whenever I have a question about energy,
I always call my Touchstone Energy Cooperative first.
Because in my community,
I am the co-op. And the co-op
is me.
AEC, member owned and service driven.
Quality Suites of Morristown, the preferred hotel choice of the Eagles. Call 423-585-4000 for the Carson-Newman rate. Quality Suites of Morristown, the preferred hotel choice of the Eagles. Call 423-585-4000 for the Carson-Newman rate. Quality Suites of Morristown, the preferred hotel choice of the Eagles. Call 423-585-4000 for the Carson-Newman rate. Quality Suites of Morristown, the preferred hotel choice of the Eagles. Call 423-585-4000 for the Carson-Newman rate. Quality Suites of Morristown, the preferred hotel choice of the Eagles.
This is the Eagles Sports Network. Back to the field after 60 seconds from your local stations.
For longer when you visit your local Michelin dealer, Fleet Tire, for a set of Michelin Defender tires. Michelin is the brand drivers turn to for tire options that deliver a safe, quiet, and comfortable ride. Fleet Tire, Woodland Avenue, exit 1B, Knoxville. Based on internal wet braking results versus Goodyear, Assurance, Comfort Tread tires, and third-party wear test results versus Continental ProTrack tires with Eco Plus. See manufacturer's limited warranty book for details. Fleet Tire, Woodland Avenue.
AM's. All right, thank you very much, Ryan Wilkes, Adam Cavalier, alongside William Johnson III. Benedict transfer, making plays at Carson-Newman now. Will, not too many games I've ever seen that start with a defensive touchdown on the first play from scrimmage. Pick 6 for you on play number 1. Break down what happened to ignite what would go on to be a Carson-Newman route in this one.
Yeah. First and foremost, man, I just got to give all the praise to God, man. Without God, man, I know it sounds kind of cliche, but it's definitely, man, all God, man. So that's the first thing. And then, like, outside of that, my family and then Coach Say put me in a great position. The first play, he told me to disguise it. We disguised it like quarters. We walked down, and the quarterback threw it. and then the rest was history, man. That's it.
Defensive backfield was on one today. Major the scoop and score. Kendall Williams had a pick. Defense complemented offense, complemented special teams, and. Breakdown, especially from the defensive backfield perspective. Third straight week where Carson-Newman starts in a nickel, and really seemed like it bothered Wise's quarterbacks all day long.
That nickel package, man, it's nice, man. After I got the pick six, Kendall Williams came back, pick six. Jet Jones actually caught one too, but they called it back. And then Major Williams, he got the scoop and score from Jameer Ford's fumble. So, man, the defense was just all over, man. There's really no limit on where our defense can go, man. And, yeah, man, we got a long way to go, man. We came a long way, too.
Unreal if you think back to the first two road games this season at ETSU and Limestone. Two games where it was a struggle in all facets. Opposite today. What did it take to reflect back to weeks 2 and 3 now in week 10 to have the first 45-point win away from home for Carson-Newman since 2016?
I feel like it was just a learning lesson, man. We never gave up. We never quit. Even those games that you go back on, like ETSU, we played like we lost by a lot, but we played together. Limestone, we lost by a lot, but we were still together after the game. So that led into like our fuel. Like it just never stopped being who we really are, like on the inside. So man, I feel like those learning lessons, man. We still got a lot way to go, and yeah, man, that's it.
We're still on our post game show. Catawba LR aren't in theirs yet. Yeah. That game determines who Carson-Newman plays the final week of the year, as does Tusculum Mars Hill. 3 out of 4 scenarios, it's Eagles Catawba is scheduled. There is a scenario where a team that you're familiar with, Wingate, is the final game of the season, a playoff game at Benedict from your time there against the Bulldogs. What's the process like? A little bit of a waiting game to wait on either the Indians or Bulldogs and a chance for Carson-Newman to close the year with a winning record?
I feel like no matter how the chips fall, no matter who we end up playing, man, we going to come play hard, man. We going to do our best to get that win for our fans and just for everybody around us. So no matter how like the cards play out, man, we going to come with us and, hey, man, let the best man win.
Will Johnson, pleasure as always. Congrats on the pick 6 and the win.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
That is Carson-Newman defensive back Will Johnson. Let's head back upstairs.
That's Adam Cavalier with Will Johnson, who had the pick 6 on the very first play of the game to put Carson-Newman out front. The Eagles would never look back, and Jalen Washington was one that caught the 83-yard touchdown pass from Zane Whitson. Adam Cavalier caught up with him after today's game.
All right, thank you very much, Ryan Wilkes. Adam Cavalier alongside Jalen Washington here on the Domino's postgame report as Carson-Newman prevails over UVA Wise, 52-7. Jalen, first career touchdown catch, only the 7th longest completion in school history. Felt like a ball that was underthrown a little bit by Zane Whitson, but you adjusted and then smoked your defender to the goal line. Break down what happened on that play.
It was a good play call by Coach McKeithen, something we've been working on all year. We actually ran it a lot this year, and it played out how it was supposed to go today, and we scored a touchdown.
Passing game didn't go to the air a lot, but when you did, it was hyper effective. You find the end zone. Jerron Newsom finds the end zone for a second straight week. Cade Meeks, his 6th touchdown catch of the year. What are you guys seeing as a receiving corps as this season has gone along? More and more guys, yourself included, getting involved.
I just want to shout out to the O-line and the running backs. They were playing a lot of no safety today, just focusing on the run, and that's a testament to what they've been doing all year. And I think that opens us up. There's a lot of one-on-one matchups on the outside, and in our room, we feel like one-on-one is very disrespectful with no safety help, and we took advantage of that today. Effective, 10 of 14 through the air as a team, 18.8 yards, a catch for the group as a unit. How much, you kind of alluded to it, how much of that is set up by the fact that Wise was just stacking the box? I mean, like you said, they were just stacking the box, and we were getting a lot of good looks and a lot of good matchups for ourselves on the outside, and we've been working on it all week, all year really, and it just came to fruition today.
Turn your attention to either Catawba or Wingate to close the year. We don't have all the results in. There is a scenario where it's Wingate instead of Catawba. Literally one scenario out of about 4 where that could be the case. But a chance for a winning season. What's it take to close this year you close the road on a very positive note. What's it take to close the season as a whole on a positive note?
Building off this, I mean, we won the last 2 games so far, and just trying to go positive on the year. It doesn't really matter who we play. We're going to watch the film, we're going to break it down, and we're going to practice hard all week and let the chips fall where they may on Saturday.
Jalen, thanks for the time. Congrats on the 7th longest catch in school history.
Thank you.
That is Carson-Newman receiver Jalen Washington. Let's go back upstairs.
That was Jalen Washington with Adam Cavalier after today's game. The 83-yard touchdown pass, the 7th longest in school history. A day full of highlights for this Eagles team, the 52-7 win. On the other side, we'll have our last segment, the shopseeingeagles.com sack scoreboard, right here on the Eagles Sports Network.
How do you show your support for Carson-Newman? Head over to shopseeingeagles.com right now, where they have all of your needs covered. From clothing to outfitting your tailgate party, whether you're hunting, fishing, or on the golf course, shopseeingeagles.com is the place for you. All of your everyday essentials, from pens to phone chargers, are in one place. For the best gear in the business, visit shopseeingeagles.com today.
Tri-Light is proud to support Carson-Newman Athletics. We salute the student athletes who are working hard to make great things happen on the field, in the classroom, and in the world. It takes vision, commitment, and teamwork, qualities we share at Tri-Light. Our mission is to provide life-changing opportunities by building a world-class fiber broadband network. If you'd like to learn more, please visit trilight.net or call us at 833-847-0824.
Since 1916, a lot of independent agents have recommended auto owners insurance, and a lot of parents have taken that recommendation to heart. So have a lot of their children, and grandchildren, and great-grandchildren. As we celebrate our first 100 years, Auto Owners Insurance thanks all those who have put their trust in us, and all the generations who will.
A check of the shopseeingeagles.com sack scoreboard is next. This is the Eagles Sports Network.
As our way of thanking veterans and active duty service members, Knoxville TVA Employees Credit Union will bump up all certificate account rates by 0.25% APY and discount personal or auto loan rates by 0.25% APR for the month of November. Thank you for your service. Learn more at tvacreditunion.com. Federally insured by NCUA. Military ID required. Effective through November 30th, 2023. Ask for details.
Join us now.
Hey folks, Gerald Anderson with Ted Russell Nissan. Is it time to upgrade to a newer vehicle? How about an SR 2023 Nissan Altima starting at just $23,988? Nobody can touch that deal, and I mean nobody but Ted Russell Nissan on Kingston Pike. Stock number 768-560 and 310-865 pre-owned. Tennessee registered with pay tax, $595 included. Hey folks, Gerald Anderson with Ted Russell Nissan. Is it time for you to upgrade to a newer vehicle? How about an SV 2023 Nissan Rogue starting at just $26,988? Nobody can touch that deal, and I mean nobody but Ted Russell Nissan on Kingston Pike. Stock number 768-560 and 310-865 pre-owned. Tennessee registered with pay tax, $595 included.
Welcome back to the final segment of the Domino's post-game report. Ryan Wilkes with you here on the Eagles Sports Network. This is the shopseeingeagles.com sack scoreboard. Hey, Eagles fans, check out Carson-Newman Athletics' official online store at shopseeingeagles.com. Shopseeingeagles.com features more than 1,100 products from t-shirts and polos to phone skins and pet collars. Shopseeingeagles.com, the official online store of the Carson-Newman Eagles. So looking around the South Atlantic Conference, pretty busy day in the SAC today. Of course, Carson-Newman takes down UVA Wise 52-7. Emory and Henry up on Erskine in the fourth quarter, 49-7. Looking at Mars Hill and Tusculum, the number 25 ranked Mars Hill Lions on top of the Tusculum Pioneers, 14-7. Low scoring game there in the fourth quarter. Looking at Wingate and Newberry, the Bulldogs lead the Newberry Wolves 21-17. Wingate with that big upset win over Lenore Rhine last week. That handed Lenore Rhine its first first loss. Looking at the Bears, they are leading Catawba 21-0 at the end of the third quarter, looking to hold on there. One more game to get underway in the South Atlantic Conference today. It's Barton and Limestone here in about a little over 2 hours at 6 o'clock, as those two will face off at Barton. Looking at the South Atlantic Conference standings before we hit the road today, Mars Hill now newly ranked at number 25, sitting at 6-1 in the Mountain Division on top of Tusculum. So big game in that conference. Tusculum looking to take over first place in the Mountain Division. Carson-Newman now at 4-4 in third. Emory and Henry in fourth at 2-5, and UVA Wise in fifth at 1-7 in the conference, and Erskine following them at 0-7 in sixth. In the Piedmont, it's Limestone and Lenore Rhine deadlocked at 6-1 apiece atop the Piedmont Division. Wingate in second currently at 5-2. Barton at 3-4, tied with Newberry, and Catawba rounds it out at 2-5. So barring any late changes, Carson-Newman will take on Catawba next week to round out the regular season at Bergtar Stadium in Jefferson City, Tennessee. Carson-Newman looking to finish the year at 6-5. Pretty good start, as we mentioned, 89-14. Carson-Newman outscoring opponents in the last 2 weeks. We'll see if that can keep that going next week against, more likely than not, Catawba. So Ryan Wilkes and the rest of the crew signing off here from Wise, Virginia. Carson-Newman wins 52-7. We'll talk to you next time here on the Eagle Sports Network.
You've been listening to the Domino's Post-Game Report on the Eagle Sports Network. Today's game has been brought to you in part by Appalachian Electric Cooperative. We're AEC, powering the Eagles and Mossy Creek. By Domino's, the official pizza of the Carson-Newman Eagles. By the Eagle Club, the family of Eagles. By Pepsi, that's what I like. By Magaha Electric, providing quality electrical services and products to East Tennessee for more than 40 years. By First Bank, the official banking partner of Carson-Newman Athletics. By InterDigital, IT support and marketing, laser focused on your success. By the Bible Insurance Agency, the agency that service built. By Lisa's Country Kitchen, the best food for the best prices. By Food City, value every day. By Trilite, dream big with Gig. And by ShopCNEagles.com, the official online store of the Carson-Newman Eagles. The executive producer of the Eagle Sports Network is Matt Pope. Producers Adam Cavalier, Andrew Rogers, Ian Johnson, Mia Toribio, Caitlin Jones, and Ryan Wilkes. I'm staff announcer Ernie Anderson. A special thanks to Carson-Newman and University President Dr. Charles A. Fowler. Stay tuned to these stations for information on our next presentation of Carson-Newman football. In the meantime, visit cneagles.com for recaps, highlights, and interviews from today's game. This is the Eagle Sports Network.